Mm. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Critical Beauty Salon. Tonight is going to be an amazing night. I have some amazing, wonderful guests who will join me in our group discussion to talk about what else Miss Universe 2022. So if you guys have any questions for any of our guests or for me, feel free to ask them and post them in the chat box below. So we're just waiting for our guests to arrive and log in the chat room. All right, I think some people are already watching us. All right, here we are. All right. Let's admit Gaspar and Peter and Rocky. Ooh, yeah. Hey, Jan Michael, how are you? Hi, Naveed from India. Hi, Patrick. Happy New Year to you too. Hey, baby.
Hey, brother. How are you? I've missed you.
I miss you too. Listen, we're supposed to be doing lunch together soon, right?
Yeah, let's talk about the next week or so, like next couple weeks.
Should
Let's get through Miss Universe.
Should we invite Gaspar to our little lunch?
Yeah, Gaspar can come down and visit us.
Okay.
Hi, guys.
Yeah.
Look at how beautiful our brother in Houston is. Look at those cheekbones.
Oh my God.
Skin. Speaking of beauty. Hi, Peter.
We all know I would win.
Yeah, hands down. Hands down.
You would win the beauty categories. I'd beat you in interview though.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Hey, Gaspar. Hey, Rocky.
How are you?
Hey, Rafa. I'm well. I've missed you too.
We've missed you. I'm so glad. I know. Rafa, I love your background.
You do? I just did it this morning. Do you like Anne?
Where is she? Is she right in the front?
Yeah, right there.
Taking the selfie?
Yeah, right
with
there.
The Miss Universe, was it say Miss Universe owner
the other
on
one,
it?
The other one.
Oh, girl.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah, she's lovely.
Where's the rest of our group? We have a lot to talk about. I'm almost scared to say some stuff.
Oh, feel free to say whatever you want.
I can't have a lot of stuff. Are we already live on YouTube?
We are already live.
Okay. Hi, YouTube community.
There are 21 people watching us right now. So that's good.
And you remember the last time when people were talking crap about me and then I called it out and they backtracked? I hope that happens again.
Love it.
But wait, who else is joining us?
Okay, so Noemi, I think Peter is the only one who knows Noemi Melendez. She's the director of Miss Cuba organization. She sends Cuban delegates to Miss Grand International and also Miss International. And
Grand International is a drag pageant, right? Basically, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, pretty much.
No disrespect. I'm here for it.
Well,
like literally. Right.
It's interesting 100%
you mentioned that. Correct.
It's interesting you mentioned that because the production crew that does Miss International Queen, the trans queen,
which is fabulous show,
which is fabulous. It's the same production team that produces, or used to be the production team that produced Miss Grand International.
We've had several really famous, legendary drag performers that have won International Queen, like Erica Andrews, Mimi Marks.
I mean, that's why Miss Grand was better than Miss Universe.
Of course,
it's
100%.
I mean, it's a little, yeah. I mean, it's definitely more entertaining. Yes. I mean, I just started watching last couple years.
Way more entertaining than Miss Universe.
The 20-minute opening number, the 20-minute opening number with the lip syncing and all that. I mean, I was here for it.
You guys know that I dressed Colombia when she won Miss Colombia.
Of course.
No,
yeah, you
did you really? Oh, okay.
Yes, Priscilla Landano.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she's amazing. She's from Texas.
She's from Texas. Shout out to Priscilla. I love you.
And she competed in Miss Texas USA. What is it? Earlier this year or last year? And she made the top. She made the semifinalists, I think.
She actually competed at Miss Houston and beat the reigning Miss USA. The reigning Miss USA was her first runner-up at Miss Houston.
Right. Okay.
And then I just don't think that they were ready for her in Texas.
What place did she come in at Texas?
Well, I think she's over age. Isn't she like 28, 29 now? I think. So
She's 27.
She's 27. So she has one more year?
No.
No, she's gone. She's out. Okay.
She's done. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Well, based on the birthday, right?
I think she enjoyed herself like for a month, as being one of the top 10 finalists.
She had a great experience at Miss Grand.
Yes. Good for her. Good for her.
All the girls do. Yeah, they've got fantastic.
Well, they're there for a long time, and they look like they have a lot of sponsors, and they do things every day, right? It's like they have an activity.
And he has money. Okay, he's rich.
Wow.
So, anyway, the other guests are joining us today. George from Pageant Empress. He has been here before, but I don't know you guys have met George from Pageant Empress. He's based in Thailand. He texted me and he said, Rafa, I apologize. I'm going to be at least an hour late because it's about 9:06 in the morning in Bangkok. And he usually edits his vlog like until 3 in the morning, Bangkok time. So he needs at least an hour extra sleep. So that's fine. That's fine. Let him sleep. And also, Noemi, of course, she's joining us. She's going to be a little late. She gets out of work at 6 o'clock. She lives in Las Vegas, so give her some time to come. Enrique Fontes of Global Beauties, I'm going to kill him. Okay, Enrique, if you're watching this, just kidding. He texted me like an hour ago, and he said, Rafa, I'm sorry, but I just realized I have to go to a birthday party dinner tonight. So the next time you do a live, I'm definitely going to join in. So. Apologies.
Remember who your crew is that shows up for you.
Right.
Exactly. Who's loyal to me.
Probably didn't want to come on because of me, honestly.
Well, you're beautiful. And why would people be intimidated by that?
Exactly. That's right. So
I don't think he's a fan of me.
First of all, the only people that matter are in this call.
That's a totally different.
No. I need to know about this story while we're waiting for everybody else. Come on, Gaspar, spill.
I mean, that I was in a lawsuit. I was in a lawsuit with Miss World, and I think he was very much a part of pursuing the whole thing.
Okay. Well, you know what? Do you believe in forgiveness and forgetness?
He doesn't. No. I'm going to answer that for him. I'm going to represent him on that question. The answer is no.
There are no.
We can talk about that. We can talk about that. We can talk about that when Enrique is actually present. Okay, so he can defend himself. So
look at your tabling. You're so professional.
Professional. I love it.
But for the time being, the other one is, of course, our good friend, Brian Javier. He's actually on the ground in New Orleans covering the pageant. And he texted me and he said, Rafa, I'm going to be a little bit late because, the parade, if you can call it a parade, is going on right now in the streets of New Orleans. Okay.
Do they have security for that? Is there security?
I don't know. About the stupid parade.
Yeah, Gaspar, should we tell them about our last night in New Orleans? I remember how I got on the plane.
I want to hear all about this.
Yeah, me too. I'm dying.
I was there.
I'm sure the viewers are also dying.
I was there.
We could talk about the things we saw.
I'm not going to go into detail, but I will say this. I was there. I flew a flight from Spirit Airlines from Boston to be there for 16 hours to see one of my girls, very close, and that Gaspar was dressing and doing our makeup for her. So I got to be his assistant and be backstage. And she didn't make the first cut. So when she didn't make the first cut, we left. Did we eat at Chili's? Was it Chili's that we ate at?
I don't remember. It
was at Chili's or something like that. And then we went to the bars in the streets of New Orleans on a Saturday night, the gay bars. We had a lot of tequila. And somehow I got on my flight at 6 a.m.
We made it.
But I literally... I was one of those people on the plane that looks like he left a bachelor party that smelled like he left a bachelor party. Like that was the night back. So we got to do that. I think we need a boys trip to New Orleans some other time where we all go live on the ground.
Let's go to P-Town.
Yeah, come here. Rafa and I are already here, so sure. Well,
P-Town is just literally an hour and a half away from where I live.
Yeah, 2 hours, half hours.
I've been back at the gym again.
We'll go for Halloween, and then you could dress up. We could be pageant. So my friend is a former. His sister was a former Miss Massachusetts. She was top 10 at Miss America in 1992. Stephen DeRoche. Yes. But he writes for one of the newspaper magazines down in P-Town, and every year, like, he'll do these wild costumes around Halloween. And he's done like being like Miss whatever country, whatever. We could all go and do that and go to tea dance.
Can he get us a good room?
We could find an Airbnb. We'd have to find an Airbnb or something because we'd want the space.
I want to be Miss Russia. Do you see Miss Russia right here in the background?
Where's Russia?
Yeah, where is she? Where
Is she there?
Right
Do
there, right
they
there,
allow?
right
Do they
there.
allow? Is she in?
She's in New Orleans. That's her right there.
I would rather be Miss Ukraine. She's prettier.
She's very pretty.
She is very pretty.
You mean
Can
Ukraine?
she talk?
I was disappointed with Ukraine. I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought she was stunning.
Her
I
face,
think she's
something odd about her face.
Well, she's had work done clearly, but I mean, I'm not mad at it.
I think every girl in this pageant has had work done except for Ghana.
Except for, yeah.
I gotta pull up. I gotta pull up my. Anne, if you're listening, I'd love to MC. I'm pulling up Rafa. I'm a great MC, right? Gaspar knows that too.
Right.
Rafa got to see it.
Let's
I'm
talk
pulling up my
pageant.
Miss Universe app so I can look at photos while we're talking.
So wait a minute.
Okay,
Can I say my top 20 and then we go down?
Yeah, you
Wait a
start
minute.
off.
Okay, yeah. All right. So wait a minute. People are commenting and say, hello, do you think Filipino fans are brutal? Says
Yes.
Ernest.
Yeah.
As an American,
Yes,
yes,
they are.
yes, they are. Mhm.
Every time I've been at Miss Universe, they have been rude and crazy. And I'm Filipino.
And they've gotten crazier. By the way, yeah, Gaspar is Filipino, so that's a compliment. Okay, so somebody's saying, oh, okay, so Anne is sitting beside you, Rafa. Ha ha ha. Yeah, I see a picture right there. Good morning, y'all, from Jakarta.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Jakarta, Indonesia. Okay, guys, come on, start commenting, girls.
Okay, I'm gonna start with my 20, okay? And I'm gonna tell you.
Wait a minute. Before we start, did you not read the agenda? We have an agenda.
Oh,
He
okay.
definitely didn't. He definitely didn't read it.
There is
No.
an order here.
Don't worry,
okay?
Gaspar. I didn't either.
I actually did. I'm very prepared. In Massachusetts,
See?
we're very prepared.
Yeah, Rocky and I are very, very professional.
Although I win
I have
Miss
notes.
America quite a bit.
Okay, so Richard, our good friend Richard White from California is watching. Hi, Richard. And Stephen Anderson. Hola. Hi, Stephen. He always watches the show. And Vincent Yadi from Guatemala. So we have 60 people watching right now.
Oh,
So
hi,
that's
everyone
great.
from around the world.
Hello, everybody. Buenos dias, bonjour, guten abend, guten morgen.
Bonjour,
Abuhay.
monsieur.
Okay, let's start with the production costs. Okay, it is estimated that 300 million Thai bahts, which is the Thai currency, which is roughly equivalent to about
8 million.
$8.7 US million, is the estimated cost for this year's production in New Orleans. Do you think that's cheap or
No.
Obscene.
that's a lot of money?
Yeah.
It's obscene.
It's
That's
obscene.
a
Okay,
lot
so
of
that's a
money.
lot of money for a pageant that only lasts like less than 10 days.
It's,
But
it's probably going to be a good show.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen the show. I mean, if she's got the money and she wants to, like, let's be realistic. There's been a lot of drama with this organization in the last few years, and some of the franchises underneath that. If she wants to make a splash and reset,
Let her.
why not spend the money? I'm here for it. I
Yeah.
want it to look
True.
like she spent the money, though. If it looks like a ballroom with a couple of LED screens, I'm going to be disappointed. But I'm
Like
expecting
Miss
that she's going to.
America?
I'm not going to say anything bad. But pageants are a dying. I know Filipino fans may not believe this, and some South American fans may not believe this, but it's not the same as it was
Right.
10 years ago, 5 years ago.
No.
So for her to spend the money and make a splash and hopefully have some viral moments, that's going to help make this make the new winner, set her off to a really good
That's a good point. Yes,
transition.
exactly.
Transition. So I think if she has the money and she's spending it, let her spend it.
I'm here for it. I agree.
Yes.
But it's a
well,
lot.
I think it is obscene. It's an obscene amount. I mean, what is she spending that money on? And really, I mean, $8 million. Aren't we meant to be looking at the girls, not the background?
I don't think the Trump era ever spent that much.
Well,
Right.
because-
I don't
well, maybe
think you need
because-
to have a good show and spend $8 million.
Right.
I mean,
Maybe
but what
because
is she
she's spending most of the money for manpower, for
But
crew,
what
for
is she?
team.
What do we
Flying
count?
over, paying for the judges' expenses. I mean, that costs a lot of money already. Hotel accommodations, food, transportation, all that
Yeah,
stuff.
'cause I was
That's
going
not
to say,
$8 million.
but
And the
what is
hotel.
what is production? What do they count as production costs? Is it everything, or is it just the stage show.
Right.
Because if it's
Right.
everything, we don't know what goodie bags they get because you don't know what's in those.
Yeah.
Obviously, AV is very expensive. Even a small pageant, like some of the ones that I'm involved in, the audio visual costs are 15, 20, 30. Sometimes a work event I just did at the Ritz-Carlton in Miami in November was $75K for AV for the week for a sales meeting. So that is expensive. So if she has big, but to Peter's point, we do want to look at the girls. So if it's all flashy screens and all this other stuff, that may take away from it versus, but again, I'm hopeful that it's going to be a show.
Well, as you know, she under Miss Universe organization has a new owner. For some of you newbies who do not know yet, the new owner is, of course, the woman in the background. Her name is Anne JKN, or simply called Anne, or Anne JKN. JKN stands for her brand, which is JKN Global Group. And she's a Thai multi-millionaire, well, billionaire practically, because she owns a lot of businesses. So she is the owner. She took over last October, 2 months ago. And at first, when I found out about that, I didn't believe it. I thought, is this a joke or what? How in the world could Miss Universe sell to a foreigner? Because this is the first time in the history of the pageant, 71 years, that a foreigner actually has owned the Miss Universe organization. Not only that, but also Miss USA and Miss Teen USA. So to me, that was a shock. Okay. Not to mention that she's a trans woman. Okay. So again, that she made history. All right. So from $87 million, from $8.7 million. Okay. So she has made so many changes since she took over, one of which concerning the pageant itself. According to some sources, she will actually watch the preliminary interviews in a separate room.
I think
so
that's
the girls
good.
cannot see her. She can see them, but they cannot see her. Supposedly it's like a dark room. Okay. So I don't know if that's a good idea. So I don't think
it's a great idea.
Do you
It's a
think
great
it's
idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
I think if it's a job, and these young women, and I'm not going to be disrespectful, but I am going to be. They say it's a job all the time, but then they don't want to do the work. And in the real world, I work in HR. Ultimately, your hiring manager chooses the person, right? I think it's very important that the owner has a say, and I believe that's in the contract, right? I know we have some of those things that people fight over. She should have a say. Now, if the judges go in a completely different direction, then she should honor that. But I think that she should be able to see and hear what they're saying and see if it makes sense as to what her goals are for the organization. If it's truly a job. If it's a contest, then it's winner take all, whoever's the best that day. But we hear the word job all the time. And if it's a job, your hiring manager has a say in who gets picked.
Okay.
And the judges just help get to that point.
Wait, can I tell you guys my theory first?
Yes.
Go.
I think she's going to take over Miss Universe, and I think Paula's going to end up taking over Miss USA.
That's an interesting theory.
Because you could tell she wants Miss Universe in Thailand. She wants control. I bet you the girls at Miss USA and Miss Teen USA are going to move back to New York. She's going to run Miss Universe, and Paula's going to run Miss USA.
That might be a good thing.
Can we briefly talk about Miss USA? Okay, because December 27th, the investigations came out, and of course, Gaspar knows all about this. We all the Americans in this group chat know everything about what happened in Miss USA. So a day after the investigations, Miss Montana USA Heather O'Keefe posted on her IG story a long note. Supposedly signed by the entire Miss USA 2022 class, and they were upset. They were disillusioned by the result of the investigations that claimed that there's no rigging was found. So, well, naturally, hello, do you think Miss Universe organization would hire lawyers to go against their will, to betray them? No, obviously everything is biased. Investigations were biased, right, in favor of Miss Universe. So of course there was no rigging. Even though I think there was some favoritism, I really do. Gaspar, what do you think? Do you think there was favoritism towards Miss Texas USA?
Well, I'm going to preface this with saying that I actually really think that R'Bonney is beautiful, and she's been super kind in Texas, and I think she was, to me, the clear winner in Texas. I'm not going to say that I thought she was the clear winner in Reno. However, by the the way the show was, it was very evident that she was who they wanted. I don't feel like she answered her questions the best. I felt like she was always in the front. I felt like the video didn't help. And although I like her, I mean, I was sad that I dressed her first runner-up. And if it was favored towards her, I think that's sad because we could have had Miss North Carolina at Miss USA, but that doesn't take away the fact that I like Miss R'Bonney at all.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But it showed favoritism, in my opinion, but not to take away from her. She is beautiful and stunning, and I actually really like her as a person. And I don't think it's her fault that the people who organized it showed all the favoritism towards her.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know the wording in the contract, but it's very clear that they do have a say, correct? Doesn't it say that they have a say? So there are a couple of things that have really bothered me about this. If you truly are angry about a situation, you want to handle it, what we are seeing in this digital generation is that, and is every time we're bothered by something, we're going to put people on blast. My most recent frustration was someone who works as a pizza delivery person and is complaining about poor tips, but in their uniform. Like, that's not a good look for your company. And whether or not you agree with how customers treat you, you're choosing to be in a field, in America anyway, where you get tipped. That's your primarily form of income.
So are you basically suggesting that Miss Montana USA and the other complainants are sore losers?
So I'm going to be very careful how I say this. I'm going to say that I believe anybody. So people's feelings are valid. I don't think the way that they handled it was appropriate. So the first thing in the live video that I shut off was, "Oh, look how many people are watching me." You lost me, because you're not talking about facts. You're talking about your footprint. People do things for likes and attention. All four of us here on this call do the same thing. Like when I post a photo. So we're all guilty of it. Right. I'm not sure the way that they handled the conflict was appropriate. Whether they were, I wasn't there. So favoritism, I don't know. I watched the pageant. I thought R'Bonney should have won. Right at the end, I thought it was her. She was there. She was the front runner. I wasn't there. Yeah. Their feelings are valid. I think the approach and how things are handled now, and not just Miss USA controversy, it's everything. It's RuPaul's Drag Race that I watch. It's football games. Everybody gets online, screams and yells, and everybody has a platform. And if you have the right hashtag, it'll be picked up and you'll become famous or have your 5 seconds. Okay. I don't know if that's the right way to approach it. And when you approach it that way, then having the lawyers come in and arbitrate, it's already messy. So if there was favoritism and the contract says that they can pick who they want, which I believe it does, I didn't sign the contract, so I don't know, then you knew what you were getting into. Right. But everyone should have been treated as I've worked for pageants for Gaspar, fairly, and should have had a good experience. So if the girls did not have a good experience, then that's really what I think the organization should be accountable for.
Good point. I think we all agree that we should treat every girl, every contestant fairly. Before we continue, I would like to admit Noemi is joining the room. Should we ask her for a proof of vaccination first?
In trouble.
Peter, do you have COVID? Is that why you're coughing?
I do have COVID.
You do have COVID?
Fourth day. Yeah.
Are you okay? Are you feeling better? Are you feeling all right?
Thanks for asking. I'm okay now. Okay. The first 2 days was horrific.
Peter, last time we did this, you had COVID.
A bottle of vodka.
Oh my goodness, I did too.
That's all you need.
Peter, I've never had COVID. How did you have it twice?
I've had it twice.
That's a great question. That is a great question. You've never had COVID, Gaspar? You probably have. You just didn't realize that it was actually COVID.
I've never had it.
I got it from Florida.
Good for you.
Okay, so Noemi is in the house. Say hello.
Hi, Noemi.
Hi.
So Noemi,
Noemi
knows everybody, right? Noemi, I would like to introduce Rocky Graziano.
Nice to meet you, Noemi.
Nice to meet you.
And of course, Gaspar. You know Gaspar, correct?
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good.
Yes. Good. So you just got out of work, I think.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. It's still snowing in the background.
It's still snowing. It's still cold.
It's still cold.
Wait, can we jump right back into this? How can we address the sexual allegations about the director's husband?
Miss USA? Yes.
Gaspar.
No.
Okay, what do you have to say, Gaspar? What do you know? Remember, Gaspar, you send me the picture of that thing.
I forwarded you the picture that one of the contestants sent
Yes.
me.
And then you forwarded to me.
Correct.
And it was definitely Max's voice. Max is Crystle Stewart's husband. So it was actually his voice, even though you don't show his face, and he was doing it, but it was obviously his voice. So anyway, so what's going to happen to Crystle Stewart's husband? Is she filing for divorce?
I have no idea. I've not spoken to her since Miss USA. Although,
Ooh.
honestly, I'm sad about the whole situation because I really like them both.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I don't want to speak on this topic. I wanted your guys' opinion because I really love Crystle and I really like Max as a person. I just feel like he probably made a mistake, and
a mistake for several years. A lot of the girls complained that it was going on for several years, and MUO did not do anything about it. They kept silent.
I think Crystle Stewart could stab someone and have a bloody knife in her hand. And if Paula Shugart saw the whole situation, she would wipe the blood on her dress.
Ugh.
And say it was her, because Crystle is her baby. So I sat next to Paula at Crystle's wedding, and I said, we were just chatting, and I said to her, you've probably been invited to a million weddings. And she says, I have, but this is the only wedding I've ever been to.
Really? Okay, that's
She's
nice.
never gone to any other Miss USA's wedding, except for Crystle Stewart's. She may have gone to another ones recently, but at that time, that had been the only wedding she attended.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I don't know. I'm conflicted because I'm friends with her, but I think the whole thing got messy.
Yes.
Which is why, from the very beginning, I've always said that the only men that should be involved in pageants are gay men.
Mm-hmm.
Straight men should not be involved whatsoever.
I totally agree. Not even non-binary people should get involved. I think it should be gay men. No.
Okay, so let's move forward with the next.
Okay, let's move forward. Okay, so production, fine. So the idea of Anne watching the preliminary interviews in a separate room is okay with you guys. I don't think it's okay with me. I would have preferred what Miss Grand International did this last year. They live streamed the interviews. It was an open door interviews, but you have to pay to see the girls, how to talk. And I thought that was a brilliant idea.
That is a good
idea. And I think more pageants should do exactly the same. Third element this year, all the judges are women for the fourth year in a row.
Boo. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. So here's where I'm gonna be angry. No offense to any women listening or people that identify as both genders. You are Miss Universe. You represent everyone. The panel should represent everyone. You will have to interact with people of different races, ages, sexual orientations, gender identities. The fact that you are handpicking and predominantly Thai people, if I'm not mistaken, which again, if you're doing business in Thailand and that's where the pageant's going, there should be representation of what that community.
All the judges are Thai.
The majority are Thai, I believe.
Well,
but this all women thing is I'm stop. Let's like making it all men or all gay people or all people of certain. Let's start like diversifying because the world is a melting pot full of different identities and people.
So that means Thailand's going to win this year.
I don't think so. She'll be in the 5.
She's going to do that this year so early.
Yeah, that would be a
That would be a big mistake on
I really like
her
Thailand.
end.
She's in my 20.
Do it.
She's in my top 5.
She's in my top 10. She's not in my 5. Well, but I might pop Curacao because she's got COVID. So maybe she'll get that spot.
Look, I don't agree with any form of extremism or any form of polarization. I think there should definitely be a mix of both men and women on the judges panel. If anything, it probably allows the men to learn a little bit more on how to best score a woman from a woman.
And there should always be a gay man, that's for sure.
Right. Look, it's populated by gay men anyway. But,
right?
I am quite uncomfortable with men scoring women on their appearance anyway. I have never really been comfortable with that. Look, I think it's objectification at its purest form.
But these women sign up. It's not like we force them.
But it doesn't make it right, Gaspar. it doesn't make it right. I'm not going to
Which, sorry to interrupt.
and look, I'm not going to like, it's her choice if that's the case, but I do think that we need to have both men and women on the panel. I think we'll be better scorers by learning from each other that way. Look, women score other women a different way, I'm sure, from the way that men do. And I think that's something that we need to explore. Do I think the all women panel is right? Probably not. I don't think so. I mean, where's the balance there?
Look what happened to us last year.
Right. There's nothing wrong with the winner, though. I mean,
Okay,
I think she's fine.
I'd like
okay.
I'd like to ask Noemi's opinion because she's the only obviously biological woman in the chat group.
And she's gorgeous. You're
And she's
gorgeous,
stunning.
Noemi.
Thank you. So okay. I understand where she's coming from, being a trans woman. She wants to celebrate women in general. That's the whole idea behind all of this. Do I agree with it? Yeah. No, I think there should be a balance.
Yep.
I don't think that all men are good judges. I think
Definitely
that
not.
you need to really sit down with the judges, tell the judges exactly what you're looking for, what are the criteria you're looking for the job, so that they could evaluate, accordingly. Because straight men evaluate not with their head up here,
Correct.
with their
Absolutely.
other head.
Correct.
Okay. Because when they evaluate, they're evaluating who's the hottest chick I can
Correct.
hook up with tonight, because that's the mentality.
That's why it should be a gay man.
Yes.
Well, yeah, but if you're gonna have a straight guy, a man, because he's one of the sponsors or whatever, that's one thing that you as a director need to take the panel and address. What are the criteria, what you're looking for, how to evaluate correctly, not evaluate because the chick is hot. No, there are other things that come besides being beautiful. What else because when you really think about, women are the hardest judges, in every panel. Because we as women,
That's true.
we judge really harshly against another woman, unfortunately.
Absolutely. That's why I don't think it should be all women.
It's like we come out with the attitude of, okay, let's see if you're really that smart, if you're really that pretty. What do you really have to bring to the table? Show me, and and it comes with that attitude, unfortunately. That is it. But I do believe that it should be a balance. But if she wants, again, it's her business. It's her pageant now. She runs it. Whether we agree or not, she's going to do what the hell she wants.
Right.
It is what it is. We just have to go.
But she has to listen to the opinions of her fans.
Yes, of course.
Fans are important.
Yeah.
Of course. But this is her first,
Correct.
This is not her
It's
first
her
pageant
first-
per se, because she's coming into a pageant that was already planned prior to her joining in as, the owner. So it's kind of like half her production, half not, because things were already, scheduled prior to her getting involved. Next year, it will be full on her production from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see, really, we can't really judge the production and what her vision is in this edition, because it's not completely hers. You know what I mean? She's coming into the transition of this production that was already scheduled for New Orleans. But definitely there should be a balance.
And look, let's just pivot back to the whole Thai, Thai sponsors and all of that. Jose had just mentioned that it's not about the gender, but the panel's nationalities.
Yeah, I saw that.
And you know what? I think he's actually got a valid point that's worth exploring as well. People look at pageants from different cultures differently through different eyes. And it also depends on the market that we're actually pushing pageants to. So as you guys had mentioned, it's probably the biggest in South America and in Asia. So we probably need more South Americans and more Asians on the panel, because that's where the market is. I mean, we can't really have a lot of, just Western people or Americans.
But Peter, let's face it, no Latin American can afford to produce an international pageant, not in Latin America. When you see it only in Asia, Asia is where the pageant
money is at.
It's where,
Wait, I have a
not Latin
question.
America. Look at Venezuela. Venezuela has been winning crowns for like 30 years. They still have not produced one international pageant in their country.
Wait, I have a
MGI
question for
2019,
Brian.
that was an exception. That was not Venezuelan money. That was Thai money. Okay.
I mean, we're not looking at producing an event. I mean, we're talking a potential
Well, Mark-
sponsorship opportunity. So if there are sponsors in the market that want to use Miss Universe,
Well,
as the
even the
face of their
sponsors are
brand.
Asians this year. There are 3-4 Asian sponsors this year, except for
Right.
Jacqueline
So
Aguilera.
they need to go and romance the market. So hence going back to Jose's point, then yeah, maybe we should get more Asians on the panel. So it's not about the gender, it's about the cultural identity of
We
the
don't want more
judges
Asians
and
on the
them.
panel because then an Asian's gonna win.
Not necessarily,
Not
Gaspar. I don't
necessarily.
know.
Gaspar, I've seen pageants where we've had, I'll use an example here in Massachusetts. We had our first Black Miss Massachusetts only 5 years ago, and there were situations where there were Black judges that weren't picking the Black girls when there were ones that were
Right.
first and second runner up. I think Noemi hit on a really good point. Women are hard judges, and I have found that when I was running a local the Miss America organization, whenever I had women of a certain age on the panel, they were the hardest judges, and they generally looked for girls that were girl next door, wholesome, very intelligent. Maybe they were attractive, but they probably weren't the sexiest or the most beautiful, but there
Not
was
a
something
threat.
about them. They were not a threat. And I
Not
think
a
if we
threat.
look at some of our Miss Universes in the last few years that were selected as a result of these all-female panels, I think some of them fit that criteria.
Holy shit, Hector is here. Hi, Brian. That's
Okay,
my
Hi,
boy,
Brian.
Brian.
We have Brian.
Hector!
Hector is joining us. Okay, so this room is dominated by Puerto Ricans. So is there a balance here?
Wait, who's Puerto Rican?
We have 3 Puerto Ricans
Puerto Rican.
and
Right.
2.5 Filipinos.
And an
20.
Italian. Yeah.
Wait, Brian, were you wearing striped pants today at Miss Universe?
Not today,
Yesterday.
yesterday. Yeah.
That was you.
That was him.
That was
Yesterday.
That was him.
Gotcha.
How are you guys?
Good.
We're
Wait,
dying.
we
We're
have
dying
to.
we're dying to hear from you, Brian, because you're the only one who is actually covering the pageant on the ground that is present here currently.
The only
So-
YouTuber here as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's honestly right now it's I'm coming back from the parade. I would say a little bit sad from the way that, not just because of that, Rafa, I know you're laughing because of the other thing, but also just the way that they're treating us. Their Miss Universe is treating us really poorly.
Really?
I'm
I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised.
That's always been that way, unfortunately.
Wait,
Oh,
why?
No,
I
that's
mean-
not true. That's not true at all. Under
No, I mean,
Trump,
I've been here
under
for
Trump, the
5
media
years.
was treated very well under Trump.
Yeah, this is my 5th year consecutively, and this is probably the worst year. I've been today. I've been yelled at. Today I've been. There's just so many things I could say. It's ridiculous. the way
You
that they've
got
been treating
yelled
us.
at?
What did you do?
Yelled at by security. I didn't do anything. I did what I was instructed
By
to do
security.
by an email. The worst part is that they know me, so unnecessary to yell at me. Especially when I do everything respectfully, and the girls know me. I'm not some crazy fan that jumps in front of the girls and pulls them away and is yelling when they're recording. I don't do that, but it's been a really
Oh,
upsetting experience.
Oh, Brian.
Probably the worst experience today. Luckily, I've had so much love. I'm here to give love to the girls, right? But I've had so much love given to me back from the girls that has been the highlight of my Miss Universe experience this year so far. But yeah, it's been pretty terrible. Everyone's just in different levels. They don't know what is actually going on. There's no communication. One person will tell you to do something, the other person will tell you something else. It's just kind of a very flop kind of situation here, you know, on the ground. Very disorganized, yeah.
It's very chaotic,
I mean, the least I could say is I'm very excited for Anne and Tom to take over Miss Universe next year. Definitely, super excited.
Okay.
More than ever.
Okay. Well, thank you for your honesty. We appreciate that. Yeah.
I'm sorry you had to go through that, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not your fault. Thank you. But
It just
no, and
doesn't-
it's also, you know, it's hurtful because, like, example, in my case, I'm the only YouTuber here. And I'm bringing content for everyone to see and enjoy. We are the ones that entertain the pageant community when there's really nothing going on. We're the ones that entertain the pageant community when, you know, Miss Universe isn't in Miss Universe season, you know? And it's hurtful, it's sad to feel not even a tiny bit appreciated by the organization. Like, come on, do not yell at me. I'm a grown-ass adult. So yeah, it's been a little struggle, but we're here.
We're here, and that's what counts. Look who joined us.
Oh,
Anne
good Lord.
JKN, fresh from Bangkok. Hello, Anne.
Hello, Rafa. Hello, everybody. Sawadika. Kapuka. I love that I see Mr. Brian. Brian, I'm so sorry for everything, okay? When I arrive in NOLA, I'm going to talk to you personally, okay?
I appreciate it, Anne.
I'm
I
so
appreciate
sorry
it,
about that. It's
I
me,
hate you,
Uncle
Hector.
Ann. Hi,
Uncle Ann, yeah.
this is the lovely Noemi. I love Noemi. Oh, this hot Rocky Graziano. So hot, Rocky.
Hi,
Oh my
Mabu hi,
God.
or the
The
wrong
one
country.
and only.
Wrong country.
Gaspar Cruz. You look
Already
more
started wrong.
beautiful than Harnaaz Sandhu.
Oh my God.
And darling,
No.
I hope you're wearing a fake fur coat. Is that fake? I hope.
Of course, this is a fake
Yeah,
that
very
given
fake.
to me by Bob Barker.
Side note, Harnaaz was very, very bitchy.
Who is
today.
going to
All
be
right.
the next Miss Universe?
Who is going to be the next bitch?
Puerto Rico.
Going to be?
Puerto
USA.
Rico.
Huh?
I want Puerto Rico.
So
okay.
let's go into that
Okay, I
because
love Puerto
Hang on
Rico.
for a second.
Wait
Hang
a
on for a
minute,
second.
hold
Before
on,
we
hold
go
on.
into that one,
Yeah,
Brian, you had just
Yes.
mentioned Harnaaz was very bitchy today.
oh, look at Peter going right in.
Is it? Is it something to do with her
Slight
hormones?
transition.
The tea.
I was like,
I don't
yeah, this is
know,
what I'm here for.
Yep, you're great at it.
Yeah, give us the
I don't-
tea.
I don't know what's going on with her, and
She pregnant?
I supported her in her journey towards Miss Universe, and some of us here presently supported her since day one in her Miss Universe journey, and it just feels like she was. I don't know. There was just like this weird vibe from her. Like we would talk to her, and she would just be kind of just like, and very like
So
she
she's
knows us.
offstandish. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she wasn't like
you know
that,
what?
like-
She knows her reign is going to be finished in less than a week. So she's trying to be as distant and dismissive as possible. That's what she's trying to
Maybe
do.
she has postpartum depression.
She doesn't care anymore.
Oh,
She doesn't care anymore. Yeah.
poor Harnaaz.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also
Hi,
something that was
low blood
upsetting.
sugar.
Poor
I get
Harnaaz.
angry.
Okay.
Oh.
Let's talk about this year's co-hosts. Again, two women, Ginny Mai and Olivia Culpo.
Yes.
And backstage
Yawn.
commentators Catriona Gray and Zooey Hall. Again, all women. What do we
Dewey Hall
think?
sucked at Miss USA.
Can we stop making Jeannie Mai a thing? Because I
Yellow is
don't know what
yellow
redeeming
is the
quality
color
she
of
has.
joy. That's her
I
favorite
don't care.
color.
She is probably a really lovely person to drink with and
She's
go
not.
gay bar hopping with. I have watched this show since I was a little queen, 5 or 6 years old. And every time she would host, it was the most excruciating thing.
Awful.
At least Olivia is a former Miss Universe. She's very popular on social media. Obviously, I'm biased because she's from New England. And we're
Rhode
Rafa,
Island,
right?
woo!
We love, and she's gorgeous. Maybe they should have had Kat co-host with Olivia. Maybe that might have been cuter. Or Pia is very popular. She
I
was
tried
fabulous.
on Olivia's crown,
You've tried it on.
but I don't think she's a great host. I love her.
But
No,
she's a good
she was boring. She was
But
boring.
she's
Yeah.
a
What
good
is that?
I agree
she's a
with
good
Gaspar.
personality. She's a good personality. And if she's just getting us, if the production is big and she's just getting us from point A to point B, that's fine. Jeannie Mai will be like, oh, it's so great. It's so cool. Oh my God. Like, we don't need that. Move on.
Yeah, she definitely will need a coffee enema.
Right.
Well, actually,
Like RuPaul.
I mean, and Olivia needs to learn how to enunciate countries.
Yeah, she does.
Oh,
she's
definitely.
very New
No,
England in
she's
that.
not.
She's very New England. Yeah.
And she's
Learn to
very like
enunciate.
soft-spoken.
She's
Remember
very
from-
Rhode Island, actually, Rafa, right? Would you
2020.
say?
Next semifinalist, France.
Literally like that. Literally
I don't
like
have
that. No
friends.
energy.
But the kids, but she's popular. The kids like her. She's got the show. You know, I think that works. I would have liked to have seen Pia. Pia was great on RuPaul's
Yes,
Drag Race
Pia.
Philippines, because Pia was on Philippines Drag Race a couple times. She was great. She has personality. She's beautiful.
Or even,
People like-
Andrea Meza. I don't understand why they did not get a Latina Miss Universe. Mexico's Andrea Meza would have been good. You know,
Wait, could we now discuss who's going to be Puerto Rico's first runner-up?
I don't think she's gonna win.
Huh.
Well, I think she's totally going to win.
So then, so by her winning, that will set a precedent that you can lose a national pageant in the same system, and then jump to a country you don't live in. And when I say the word live, I'm not talking about dual citizenship. And then go. I think that she could take advantage
Well,
of
if
the
the
rules.
national pageant was rigged for someone else, of course she got to go.
I think Elle was a worthy winner. I think Elle was quite lovely.
She was boring like butter.
Elle.
Elle was
Well,
lovely.
Yeah, she
What
didn't
kind
do
of
anything
water,
to me.
Gaspar?
I mean, Elle Smith did not do anything to me at all.
Boring.
I thought she was
Hi,
beautiful.
Peter.
Yeah, she was kind of boring.
Boring.
And and the national costume. Could you even call that national costume?
But did
Oh,
they make?
God,
But
yeah.
did
She
she
wore in
even
Israel.
pick
What
it?
was that all about?
Did
you
she
know?
even pick it, or did they just like?
I
give
think
it
they
to her?
already had that.
Yeah.
They already had that.
So who here is from Colombia?
Wait a minute. We are not
Well-
in order. We have to follow the
Gaspar,
agenda.
let
Yes.
Rafa go on his.
This
Follow
damn
the
order, I keep
Gaspar,
forgetting.
please.
Agenda. Next
Okay,
point.
what's next, Rafa?
Next point that we mentioned before, the aim is not to objectify women in the competition. That's what Anne wants. Not
Oh,
to
for goodness
objectify
sakes.
women.
It's a beauty pageant, and there's a swimsuit
It's a beauty
competition.
pageant.
Okay.
Of course it's objectification. Of course it is.
And it says Anne will make several appearances during the competition, but will not steal the spotlight from the
She's going to steal the spotlight. I don't know why we're
course.
even
It's,
discussing it.
I don't think
It's the
she's
Anne
stealing
show.
any spotlight.
Gaspar, she's
And
everywhere.
I don't blame her though. Like she paid her money for this.
Right.
I would do it too.
20
I
million,
would
very
do it
cheap,
too.
very cheap. Cheap.
20
cheap,
million
very
is cheap. Yeah. I wish I
That's
had
what
20
Nawaz said. Nawaz was very cheap.
Nawaz
very
Is
said
she
very
cheap.
pop-
cheap.
It still sounds like this.
I mean, is she
20 million,
popular?
very
Is she
cheap.
popular in Asia? I mean, I have only
She's
known.
Yes,
huge
yes.
in Thailand.
So
She's
people that are
very huge
watching,
in
so
Thailand.
people watching this may want to see her.
Remember,
a lot of
she
times.
owns-
No
One
one
of
I spoke to wants to see her.
In America, but in Thailand and Asia, where this is huge, they may want to see her.
They don't want to see
Exactly.
her. They want to see Miss Thailand.
Well,
When I watch the RuPaul's Drag Race finale, I keep on going back to this. I want to see Mama Ru. Like right, like you want to see her throughout the show. I mean, again, let us see how she does it. She is going to take focus because it seems like that's her MO. And you know what? I think Brian said it right. She paid for it. Let her do it.
Wait, I
would
follow
do it
all of
too.
you guys on Instagram, and I'm going to say this as nicely as possible. I follow all of you guys because I appreciate what you guys post. I tried to follow her for 2 weeks, and her butterfly stories and all that bullshit, I had to unfollow her.
you know what? She blocked me. She blocked
She
me.
blocked you,
She blocked you?
She didn't block me,
Yeah,
but
I
I had
can't.
to unfollow her ass.
and then
Come
you wonder
on.
why you didn't get a press credential.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh my
But she
God.
hasn't blocked me on
Rafa.
Facebook. So.
Yeah.
The final straw for me
Oh my God.
was her little butterfly movie.
Wow.
I'm gonna follow her right now.
That was my last straw. I couldn't take
Come
it.
on.
I'm following her right
Follow
now.
her again. Follow her again.
No, I can't.
Come on.
Okay, another point. The winner this year and the two runners-up will immediately fly to Bangkok, where they will have their own penthouse. I'm
I
just,
will
trying to,
like that.
I'm just trying to visualize the living arrangement. You know, if
Why do the
Offense.
runner-up need to go?
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like
the
that
runner-up.
either.
Following suit from Nawat. That's why.
Correct.
they're following Miss
Yep.
Grand International's form system. That's
Well, international doesn't
also-
international do that too?
No one likes Nawat. Why are we
No,
following
international
them?
doesn't do that.
Also, I think
It's a pissing
the point of
competition.
having them,
it's a competition,
the point of having
It's a
them,
pissing competition between
follow,
Anne and Nawat.
right?
Exactly.
Oh, wait, go ahead, Brian.
I think that the point of them having the two runner-ups go and be in Thailand is because they just want to promote more of the Miss Universe brand. And, you know, having 3 countries instead of 1 country being popular, it helps. So
Honestly,
And
if I
look,
win the
yeah,
pageant,
yeah.
if I won the pageant and the two bitches just lost to me was coming with me, I'd be a little pissed.
Yeah,
it's
me
kind
too.
of so many RuPaul references, but I guess there's going to be a tie
Me too.
this year in the pageant.
I don't like to be in an apartment with two other bitches, you know.
No, those
I
two
don't like
bitches
that. I
lost to
just
me.
want the
Why do they
apartment
get
for
to come with me?
Attention for me, everything for me, include the daddies and the men's and everything.
Thank
know,
you,
but
thank you, Hector.
two other girls with me in the apartment? No.
But I
Why
mean,
not? No.
well, I mean, if they have specific jobs for them, I think I'm okay
Can they be
with
my
it.
maids?
Well,
Um,
maybe for the
Ooh.
first month or so. But look what's happened with Miss Grand International. 10 girls traveled together. You know, there was nothing really, no drama happened between the two.
Not
That
true.
was fabulous, though.
It was amazing.
What do you know,
And they
Gaspar? What do
then
you
now
I
it's
know
know?
a few secrets.
left.
150 years ago,
That's what we're
I
here
was,
for.
I was a finalist from MrGay.com, and I actually ended up being first runner-up. And the 10 of us did get the same trip to San Francisco, and we got to do everything. And they just crowned the winner on the last day. So they just featured, like we all did photo shoots and whatever. So as first runner-up, I was featured a little bit more than obviously the second runner-up, and people didn't place. But the winner was like the bigger thing, and we all got along. But they hadn't told us who won yet. With this, you're going to crown a winner and then send her bridesmaids with her to Thailand. So
Well, they
I
don't
think
want it
that
to be
that's where we
alone.
could have some drama. That's where we could have some drama.
What if one of them's like, I don't want to go with this bitch. She just beat me.
Well, the contract is probably going to tell them they have to.
Exactly.
Right, it's not a choice.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I just want to go back to Gaspar. Gaspar, spill.
Well,
Exactly.
someone I know who competed there said that when all 10 of them had to travel together, there was one certain girl that the other 9 would have liked to push off the bus.
Yes,
Okay.
you're so
Okay.
right,
Okay.
Gaspar.
We have
I'm
confirmation.
not going to say the country.
Oh, go
bitches,
on.
You can't do that
Oh,
now.
go
The
on.
But I'm
letter
gonna
of
say
the
that-
country starts with.
I don't know.
Sounds like.
I forget what she said, but if someone said it, I would probably say that was it.
Philippines. Who are the top
Hector.
10?
Hector, who is it?
Come
Puerto
on,
Rico,
say it.
Colombia.
Oh, next
It
topic,
is not Puerto
please.
Rico.
Next topic, please.
Guys, sorry to interrupt you, but I have to step away. I'm gonna head to the hotel, and I'll join you guys as soon as I can.
Brian,
There, okay?
Brian,
So I'll be back.
Yeah, fill
Yes,
it in.
Miss
Brian,
Anne.
we
We'll
want to
see you
say,
later.
yeah, Brian, at least we have somebody gorgeous, beautiful, covering the pageant, because we are tired of this new pageant, ugly bloggers that they
Ugly
are
bloggers.
screaming, that they are
Hector.
running like
Ooh.
crazy.
Wait a minute.
in
Wait
the
a minute.
beach. You know,
Besides
thank you, Brian,
Brian.
for bringing beauty to beauty pageant and Nola.
I appreciate
Because,
you.
Come on.
Wait a minute.
But it
Brian is
doesn't mean a lot because there's not a lot of YouTubers here, so you're the
well,
only one.
there's worldwide the worldwide beauty guy. He's there, right?
Yeah, there were. Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing.
I guess.
He's doing a good job.
But thank you. I'll take the compliment. I appreciate it.
Right. So we'll talk to you later.
I'll be back.
Hi,
Yes.
Brian.
Yes,
Okay, can we
guys.
move on? Next subject.
The winner, it says the winner will stay in Thailand more often than in New York City. And I heard that the new Miss Universe will also get to keep a hotel, a penthouse in New York City, Bangkok, and New York City as well.
Wait, the apartment in New York is not a penthouse. Let me make that clear.
We saw it on that show with Katie Blair.
Yes.
We saw it is like a regular. It's like my
No, that's
luxury
the
apartment.
old
in
one. That's the
Boston.
old apartment.
Yes,
That's the
but
old-
now
they
it's going
moved.
to be a new apartment.
Yeah, they moved
Oh, okay.
to a much better one, I think.
Yes.
On February 14th, the new queen will attend a press event revealing the host country of 2023
Thailand.
Which is
and
Thailand.
launching Miss Universe drinking water to be sold in grocery stores in Thailand. Gee,
So it's in
Miss
Thailand.
Universe drinking water. I wonder what it
Mhm.
tastes like.
It's
Water.
gonna be 35 cents. It's only 35 cents. It can't be that good.
Well, everything is cheap in Thailand, so
I love Gaspar.
we have
Yeah.
we have 456 people watching this group chat.
They want predictions. They're hungry for predictions.
Yeah, they
I'm
want
just reading-
predictions.
They want
I'm reading some of the
predictions.
comments. So
I
guys,
Yeah,
we
they want to hear
have-
Philippines. They want to hear
Rocky
Puerto
was-
Rico.
people are saying hello. Thank you, Brian, for covering the pageant. Let me see. The reaction in our faces is epic. People saying, "What do you?" Okay,
Oh, my forehead moves.
There's so many. There's so many. Comments. All right, so who wants? Okay, let's go ahead and reveal our top 20 each.
Let Gaspar go
Who
first because
wants
he
to
really wanted to go
start?
first.
Who
Yeah.
wants to
Okay,
start?
can I preface this with I don't have Philippines in there.
Girl, you're in trouble. You
Just
in
Come
danger,
on,
Gaspar.
Gaspar.
You in
Top
danger.
20.
Ooh, okay.
Come on.
I don't love
I want
her.
to look at the comments. Rafa, what are the comments saying?
That's fine. That's fine.
Gaspar hates Philippines.
No, because USA and Philippines is all in one.
Correct.
You think?
Yes. Yes.
So I'm gonna go alphabetically how I did this.
Philippines is half Italian.
I have
We love
Italy.
Italians. I have Italy too.
Okay, I'm gonna go with I started with Albania. I liked her. Aruba, Cambodia, Colombia. I have a little star next to Colombia for top 5. Dominican Republic. I love Iceland. I met her in person at Miss USA. She's actually stunning in person. And I think Jorge did a great job of getting her ready. I love her. I have Iceland, India, Indonesia, Italy, Jamaica, Kosovo, Panama, Peru, Puerto Rico, South Africa, Thailand, Ukraine, USA, Venezuela, and Vietnam. I don't love Philippines. I'm sorry. I don't love her. I'm
No.
sorry.
Don't apologize.
She looks like an auntie.
Okay.
Doesn't look like any of my aunties.
She looks like a couple of mine.
Gaspar, we
because
have
they're
15
pretty.
of the same.
Of course we
Okay.
do. Because
So
we're
those are your
brilliant.
top 20. Okay, who wants to go next?
I'll
Rocky,
go
go
next.
ahead.
Hey, I didn't tell you guys my top 5.
No,
Wait
we're
a
gonna
minute.
do it.
No, we're gonna go in order.
Oh, gotcha. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
I'm putting little initials so I know who. So I have Aruba. I like Belgium. I have Colombia. I have Curacao. I think she's beautiful, but if she has COVID, I don't think she should be able to compete. If she's still testing positive.
Really?
Dominican Republic, France, Germany, Iceland. I love too. India, Italy, Jamaica. This is where I went out of alphabetical order, but they're not in preference. I have Kosovo. I have Panama, Philippines, Puerto Rico, South Africa, Thailand, Ukraine, USA, Vietnam.
You don't have Venezuela?
Girl, they haven't been making it lately. I want them to do this.
I love her.
Her headshot on the app isn't that cute. I was going by the headshots on the app.
Wow.
Okay, well, so was
You're
I.
harsh.
Philippines is awful.
But she's gonna make it. This is like there's
Harsh.
some things you just have to accept. They're
Okay,
not
go,
gonna
Peter.
Philippines makes it all the time. She's gonna make it.
Meh.
Okay, somebody's saying we don't like you anymore, Gaspar.
Well, I love
So
you,
is it-
Gaspar.
That has never hurt my feelings.
No, he doesn't
Oh, yeah.
care. He really doesn't-
Yeah.
he really doesn't care.
Gaspar is very, very difficult to be offended. So yeah.
Gaspar looks like grandpa. Oh, someone's coming.
Ooh,
Gaspar
Gaspar
needs
needs
glasses.
I know that I'm
Okay.
a fine grandpa.
Yes.
Yes, you
Yes.
you
are.
are.
He is a,
People say good
he is
taste,
a
Rocky.
silver fox.
Muy caliente el grandpa.
Gaspar
Ooh.
doesn't have a taste.
But you know what, Gaspar? If you were to fight them, I'm sure you'd win in a fight.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's let Noemi go next because we haven't
Oh,
heard a
no.
lot from her. No, not you.
Hold on.
No,
Peter,
no,
go.
no.
Next
Peter?
on the screen.
Okay.
Peter, go. Peter,
Sorry.
Peter.
So my
Peter,
top- all
20,
right.
top
I took
20.
over hosting
All right.
duties.
Look, I'm gonna give you my 15.
What? You
Not
get
in the-
20.
I said
Well,
20.
no, because we're going to do 5 after, aren't we?
No, 20, 10, and then 5.
I'm done at 10:30, by the way.
Right. And look, it doesn't really matter who because I've already got a winner,
Go,
and then
go,
everybody
go.
else is just there to
All right,
clap.
so go
and-
into your
Go,
top
go,
15.
go.
Right. So Bahrain, because I really love her.
I
Bahrain.
thought she was beautiful too,
That
Peter.
was such
I
a
went back and
gorgeous,
forth on her. I like her a lot too.
gorgeous
Yeah.
first look.
Yeah.
Guatemala, I actually watched her interview with Brian, and I was very impressed by the way that she spoke. So I think she's, she comes across as really friendly.
Bitch, go through the
Panama,
list.
Go through.
right? Look, Panama. Yeah, I'll keep her on the list. Colombia was really growing on me. She's really growing on me. Honduras is another one that's really growing on me as well. Thailand, I'm just going to put in there. Aruba is stunning. Ukraine will probably make it. Puerto Rico, I'm on the fence with. Look, I think she should be a model instead of a pageant girl. I don't know why she's doing pageant. She should find herself an agent and just be a model. Ecuador, Venezuela, India, Vietnam, Korea. And did I say Indonesia yet? No.
No,
Yeah. So those are my 15
you didn't say USA or Italy.
because they're in my top 5.
Okay. You're doing it that way.
No.
Okay, who wants to go next? Hectorito.
Okay. India, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Colombia, Germany, Aruba, Cambodia, Chile, Curacao, Panama, Portugal, South Africa, for me right now, and Venezuela are the one to beat. Jamaica, Philippines, USA, Italy, Thailand, Peru, and my new favorite girl is Iceland.
Thank
I
you.
really love her.
Okay.
I really love
All
her.
right.
Me too.
And I think the big surprise of this edition is going to be Miss Nigeria.
Yeah, she's in my bubble. She's an alternate.
Hey now, bitch. Now you're just crazy.
What? What?
I said, now, bitch. Now you're just crazy.
Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Gaspar by Felicia.
Gaspar putting Indonesia.
Can I just tell
over
you, all of
Philippines.
you in the live chat, I think you're all hilarious and fabulous. Follow me at RockyGraz23 on Instagram. I would love more clout. Did you all like me? Mabuhay.
Okay, so I'll go next. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my top 15 in random order, and then we'll close it up with the top 5 later. So my top 15 for now are these 2 girls I interviewed, and I found them very, very eloquent, smart, naturally beautiful. Seychelles and Mauritius. Seychelles is coming back for the first time in such a long time. I know a lot of you we all have different tastes as far as beauty is concerned, like facial beauty. We're not on the ground. We're not interviewing the girls face to face.
Right.
So we really don't know how actually they behave in public or in front of the judges. So, but I like them. I think Seychelles to me emanates this sort of radiance that I was able to capture, with my digital interview with her. So Mauritius, she was a former Miss Supranational Mauritius, and she made a top 15 in Miss Supranational. I'm sort of like, she hasn't been very consistent lately, but I do like her nevertheless. So hopefully she'll rock that stage during the prelims. Chile, I preferred her when she won her national pageant, only because she was blonde, and then she colored her hair dark, and she looks older. But I think she's still going to make the cut. So Chile, Seychelles, Mauritius, Peru. I like Peru. She's growing on me. Nobody has mentioned Great Britain. I think I like Great Britain, even though she's one of the shortest girls. Come on, Gaspar, that expression on your face. What does that mean? Okay.
Does she have teeth?
Oh my
She has teeth. She has teeth, and she's very,
Peter.
she's very, very eloquent.
Yes.
She's a
She
great
have everything.
communicator.
She does nothing. She does zero. I would pick
That's
Philippines
fine.
over Great Britain.
You just want people to send you hate mail tonight, don't you?
I
That's
love
your goal.
reading it. I
That's
love
fine.
reading it.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, Great Britain's going to be there in my list. Vietnam, of course, Vietnam probably will get in through popular vote because the Vietnamese.
She's beautiful. She is
Vietnamese-
lovely.
Vietnam is beautiful.
Yes,
She
they
is
are.
lovely.
Yes.
But nevertheless,
Yeah.
she's going to make it because of popular vote. The Vietnamese are hungry for blood. Okay. Iceland, she was not in my original list before, but the more I look at her beautiful face, I think she has the most beautiful face in the entire competition.
And she is sweet
Yes,
as
she
can
is.
be.
But the only problem is that she's
She's
too young.
18.
She's
Yeah, she's a
18.
baby.
Yeah, she's 18. She needs more life experience.
That's
So I don't know
Olivia
if-
Culpo won when she was 19.
so I don't know
Yeah.
if the judges is going to
Dayanara
look-
won when she was 18.
pass the her young age.
Different time
Next one
span.
on my list is if she recovers from COVID, Curacao. If she doesn't
Mhm.
recover from COVID,
Right,
an
right.
alternate for me would be Panama. Panama has grown on me. Nobody has mentioned Portugal. Portugal is gorgeous.
Me too. Me.
He
Portugal
did.
is
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
amazing.
Hector did.
Okay, Portugal was top 8 in Miss Earth 2018. She has improved tremendously.
But it-
The thing.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't it in a ballroom somewhere?
She's what?
Isn't Miss Earth in like a ballroom somewhere?
They don't even wear shoes.
Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, it is no tea. There's a place for everybody.
Yes.
But I mean,
All right, so let me continue. Dominican Republic, when she won, she was amazing. She was supposed to go to Israel last year, but she got COVID and she was replaced by her first runner-up, I think. So Andreina Martinez is
Andreina.
actually rocking the stage for the Dominican Republic this year. And she's tall, she's beautiful, very model-esque. Has anybody mentioned Jamaica?
Yes,
I have
me
Jamaica.
too.
I have
Top five.
Jamaica.
I have something to say about Jamaica. I
Okay,
want to know, all the fans, if it's true that she is a cousin of the last Miss World, Tony and Sin.
She's a relative or cousin?
Cousin.
Cousin, okay.
Yeah, cousin. Yeah.
Of who? I didn't understand one thing you said, Hector.
Oh.
Well, baby, I'm
Speak
English.
English.
So if you don't understand my English, come to my apartment and teach me personally, okay?
Well, who
On
was
the
she a
bar.
cousin of?
Yes.
All right,
Of
so
who?
Rafa, please.
So Jamaica is the cousin of former Miss World from Jamaica, Tony Ann Singh. Okay, so Jamaica is on my list.
Interesting.
When she won her national title, oh my God, I said to myself, definitely she's going to make the cut. Beautiful, stunning girl. Next one is Thailand. When she won, she was amazing, but because of her, she's been looking like an anime character lately because of her harsh makeup and all that plastic surgery on her nose, on her lips, on her cheeks.
Oh, I feel attacked.
She's not the same person anymore. She's not the same girl.
I feel attacked.
Oh, no.
But you have a good doctor. You have a good surgeon. I don't think she has a good
Yes.
surgeon. So it's all about the doctor. So Thailand, nevertheless, will make the cut. Puerto Rico, for obvious reasons, because she's just amazing. USA, people may not like her. She's been my favorite from the very beginning since she was crowned Miss USA. I think she's my only problem with her is that she needs to smile some more because she's giving me this very kind of cold, almost like offstandish vibe. You know what I mean?
I
She
mean-
gives good bitch face.
She does.
Yeah, pretty
She's probably competing with some issues because nobody really thinks that she should be there. So she probably has some like feelings that she's going through.
Probably. We'll see. And on completing my top 15, Italy, 3 weeks ago, she was not on my list. I just totally ignored her. I sent her a request via Instagram requesting for an interview. She never acknowledged me. She just ignored all my comments. I said, you know what, bitch, bye.
You don't like that.
I realized
That
this is not fair. I should not be condemning a girl just because, she ignores my interview request, but I'm going to give her a chance, and I did. And now she is in my top 15. So there you have it. Come on, Noemi girl. Let's go.
Okay. All right. So I have Puerto Rico, Colombia, Vietnam, Italy, Curacao, Thailand, Nigeria, Ukraine, Venezuela. I have Australia. Nobody has mentioned
What?
Good.
Australia.
Okay.
I have Philippines, USA, Dominican Republic. I'm on the fence with Honduras. I'm like between Honduras and Chile, between those two. Don't know. Jamaica, Guatemala, Aruba, Panama, South Africa. Nobody's mentioned her.
Oh, I had her. I had her
That's
too.
on my
You
top
had her?
Yeah, she's
five.
gonna
I
be
had
one,
two.
yeah.
Yeah.
And another girl that they haven't mentioned that she's really, really pretty. Nobody has really paid attention is Costa Rica.
She is pretty.
I did not pick her.
No, I haven't.
I think I looked at her
paid
twice
attention to
though
her.
when I was looking on the app.
Mhm.
Mm,
Let's see it.
I
Okay.
liked her when she arrived to the airport. I saw her when she arrived, and
She got good
I
brows.
never paid attention to her until I saw her when she arrived. So
Yeah, she's pretty.
So
She's actually
anyway.
pretty. She's very
Yes.
photo. She's very, very,
Yeah.
very,
It's
very photogenic.
photogenic.
mhm.
A lot of very
Very good.
photogenic. Okay, so reading some of the comments here. Okay, everybody's cheering.
Nobody likes Gaspar. Gaspar has no
Nobody likes
friends anymore.
Gaspar. They all love Philippines, but nobody likes Gaspar.
Gaspar is our list.
Mhm.
Somebody's saying
Sorry.
Celeste she's a goddess. Whoever gets to her side fades away. Her charm, beauty, and humble personality will entice the judges and eventually crown her. All right.
She's not
We
winning.
we all have different opinions, so that's good. Let's all respect each other.
Someone is accusing Gaspar of cyberbullying. You see this? Popped up like 4 or 5 times.
I love that.
And
Cyberbullying.
they're encouraging this to be reported.
Ooh.
Are they really?
Mhm.
Are you being
It's got-
serious?
I'm dead. Why would I lie? I don't. I'm very honest. Rafa, you see it?
Gaspar, that's
Apologize,
pure joy.
Gaspar.
When somebody
Apologize.
block you, when somebody report you, this is a pure joy.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
we are, you know, who
Right.
you are.
I don't think anybody's
Before we
saying anything. Nobody's
continue-
saying anything bad. It's
Before we
opinion.
continue, what do we think of the makeup sponsor this year? Muba.
Ooh, I think the makeup has been great.
Yeah, I agree. They look beautiful. When they were getting their sashes,
Okay.
some of them look stunning.
The makeup has
somebody-
been great.
Actually, somebody forwarded me an agreement, a clause from the from MUBA company president Alfredo something. In this clause, it says that the girls have to pre-makeup themselves, put foundation, eyeliner, etc., before actually getting a complete makeup by the professional team from MUBA. So that's in the contract. The contract also says that none of the makeup artists can touch the girls' bodies or can do makeup on their bodies. It also says that if a makeup artist is from a certain country like Colombia, he or she cannot work with Miss Colombia, so forth and so on.
Yes.
So this is to establish, maintain fairness, I suppose. So yeah, which I think is a good contract. But I
The
believe
owner of that company also happens to be very hot.
Alfredo something. Yeah. I believe this is their
Andres.
last year. This is their last year sponsoring Miss Universe. I think
Yeah.
they're going to have a new makeup artist company sponsoring next year. So
Oh, yeah.
just to let you know. Okay. Let's go with it's too bad George from Pageant Empress does not join us because I want to hear his opinion. Okay, let's go with our top wait a minute. Yeah, our top 5. Who wants to go first?
Me.
I'll go for well, yeah. Let's go the same order. Gaspar,
We're
you
gonna
go
go in
first.
order.
Let's go with Grandpa Gaspar.
The oldest.
So wait, am I the old? No, Rafa's older than I am.
I'm the oldest, but I look the youngest.
So my top spot is gonna go to Puerto Rico. She's my winner. So I have Puerto Rico, Thailand, Italy, Dominican Republic, Colombia, and my last one is gonna go to Venezuela.
Really? Your fourth
Okay.
runner-up is
Okay.
Venezuela?
No, it's in no random order. I just have Puerto Rico as the winner.
So your top 5.
Okay.
All right.
I
Okay,
think
so
Miss
I
USA.
think That's
my
a good
mid,
top 5. That's a good top
I
5.
disagree with you. I think that they're going to be political and they're going to have the 2 most politically charged candidates. I think USA and Ukraine are the top 2. I think they'll go with USA. I think Italy is in the probably second runner-up. I think if Curacao recovers from COVID, she's in there. And then my 5th spot, I will give to Thailand. Don't laugh at me. Oh, you look at all this huffing and puffing. Sorry, Philippines people. I think she's lovely, but that's just my opinion. I still love the Philippines.
Okay.
I don't want hate mail. You can get it.
I mean, I think she's pretty. She's just not in my top cut.
You didn't even have her in the 20 though, Gaspar. Like you didn't even
Right.
like that's not gonna happen.
She didn't even exist.
Like she is gonna be in the top 20. There's
Come on, Gaspar. Celeste.
like they like how many times how many times have they missed? Philippines like never misses, right?
They used to miss a lot.
No, they miss.
Not recently though, right?
Not recently.
Not
I mean,
recently.
They've had a, this is, I believe if they make the cut this year, it's going to be the 12th straight.
Yes, from 2010. Remember, Rafa?
Venus Raj was the first.
Yes.
She's,
And
cut
I mean,
first.
how long has USA been? I mean, because we've had some that shouldn't have.
USA
only
has
missed
had
the cut
longest
4
streak.
times.
Well,
Yeah.
let's call out what's her name? Sarah Rose should not have made the first cut, but whatever.
1999.
The
She's
judges
lovely.
love her.
Oh, Kimberly Pressler. I remember being a little
Kimberly.
homosexual watching that
judge-
Miss Universe when she lost.
The
I
judges
love that. Little homosexual.
I remember watching
Alright,
Chelsea
moving
Smith,
on.
my baby.
Moving on, moving on.
Peter.
Who wants to go next? Peter, go.
Peter.
Okay.
Your top
All right.
5.
So Jamaica, Philippines, I'll put in there. USA, South Africa is glowing. Love her. But my winner from the very beginning has always been and always will be Italy.
She's my first runner-up.
Italy's my winner. She's my Miss Universe. If the judges know what they're doing, they're going to elect Miss Italy as the Miss
Yes.
Universe.
And I will be very happy with that. My motherland.
Yes.
Go.
Beautiful.
Viva Italia.
Viva, viva.
Okay, Hector.
Peter.
Okay. I have South Africa, Venezuela, Puerto Rico, Jamaica, and Italy, and maybe Thailand or Philippines. But I'm just want to see one thing in the preliminary competition. I just want to see the gown that Miss Italy is going to bring to the stage from
Yeah.
Roberto Cavalli.
Right.
Okay.
I just want to see that. But I think the winner is going to be between South Africa, Venezuela, and Italy.
Yep.
Of course,
I think-
Hector says 7, not 5, 7.
Okay, I'm Hector Joaquin.
Next.
Love that.
Okay.
Next.
Noemi, go.
Top 5, I have Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Thailand. If Curacao is able to join the competition, and I see her in the top 5, if Curacao is not able to join, then Italy.
We have the same top 5.
But I have Puerto Rico as the winner.
He does too.
Yeah, I have
So
Puerto
does
Rico
Gaspar.
as the
We
winner.
have the same 5.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like, and this would be historic
It's
if it
going to
was
be the
Puerto
6th,
Rico and
right?
Venezuela holding hands.
Yeah, never this happening, never before.
Okay,
No,
I like
Puerto Rico.
Venezuela, but not that much. I don't have her as my first
no,
Same.
but she is very, beauty wise, she's okay. I don't, for my taste, I see her as just a regular girl that I could see in a shopping mall, pretty. You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not a beauty that I say, oh my God, she's just stunning. She doesn't have the beauty that Colombia has. Colombia is
Right.
stunning, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but Venezuela is playing her cards so right.
I will say
She's
she looks,
competing so great that I feel that she will weasel herself into that top 3.
Yes.
and she looks slightly old.
Yeah, she kind of, yeah, depending on what she's wearing or how she does her hair or makeup, she could, if she goes too conservative or, you know, or too classy, it will age her. So she has to be careful in regards to her styling. But I don't know why I feel that it's going to be a Puerto Rico Venezuela holding hands.
Yes.
Yeah, I think you said something really,
Interesting.
Noemi, something you said that I think is that resonated with me too was I look at Venezuela and I think that's where my bias is. And she's not like Miss Venezuela that I'm used to,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
Because you go back, I'm
Yes.
talking again. I know Hector likes this when I was a little homosexual, watching Alicia Machado win.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Watching
Yeah,
Dayanara Torres. Like, I know I don't have the accent, so I apologize if I'm not hitting it. But like, we're talking like they came and they were lethal, right? She doesn't
Exactly.
have that yet. But she
No,
probably,
but
I mean, but she might.
she's being very wise in the competition. She's very, como es, bien astuta en la
Okay.
en la
Yes.
competencia.
Perra. Yeah.
You know
She-
something about her that I remember, of course, I was the honor to work with Magali and Suleika. And when I remember Suleika as a child, when she was 16 or 17, I remember all the time when Suleika say, I want to be Miss Universe. I'm going to be Miss Universe.
Right.
And in the same way, that's why I love Amanda so much, because
Yeah.
I had the opportunity to watch all the videos from her when she was a child, when she was a preteen, when she was a teen. And her big dream, it was, I want to be Miss Universe. I want to be Miss Universe. And I agree with you, Noemi and Rocky. She's not that glamorous. She's not that Amazona Venezolana,
Exactly.
but she has class. She is chic. Compared to Miss Colombia, Colombia is beautiful. She's gorgeous, but she lost something, you know. She don't
sí,
have
le
any
falta. Yeah.
nice catwalk.
And
She's,
And
you
I
know,
think
but
the all-female panel, as we talked
yes,
about at the beginning of this, we're gonna be when they start calling out names, they may be in a completely different direction than
yeah.
what we're saying. And what some of the
Hmm.
people I'm looking at in the chat, like if they're going, like my all-female panels to me go with Girl Next Door first.
Wait, Hector, can I tell you this story?
yeah.
Me and Katie Blair were sitting in the Miss Universe apartment, and Zuleika comes out with this hairbrush that had blonde hair in it, and she looked at us and she says, "Whose dirty brush is this?" Looking across the room at us.
I want to say something about that. Remember when she was Miss Universe, Miss USA was
Tara.
Tara Connor.
Tara.
and
The
yeah,
alcoholic.
wait. And the Teen USA was another one.
Katie Blair.
Yes. But Suleika never had a good relationship with Tara.
Okay.
Or Katie.
Because Suleika knows all the drama and the info, and you need to know that about something about happened between Tara and Katie about the boyfriend or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
Wait, can I
Yeah.
tell you the first day that Katie Blair had won Miss Teen USA? Her and Zuleika were in the limo going to the party together. I had just touched Katie up. Zuleika was on the phone with her dad going to the party, and she says, "Miss Teen USA no más bonita." And Katie Blair understood Spanish, and they almost fought in the limo.
Oh
I
my
love it.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
And then I have one more story about Zuleika. We were filming Pageant Place, and we were all leaving the apartment to go to Miss Teen USA. And you know, we all had to bring our own luggage down. Zuleika brought her luggage and like left it by the sidewalk, and like she thought Paula Shugart was gonna put it in the car for her.
That's true.
And Paula was like, "You don't think I'm putting that in the car for you, do you?"
Well, remember when Suleika won? Paula's face on the stage was what the fuck is happening here? No, how she won the pageant? How this happening? You know?
She wanted Japan.
And then we know what happened in this year with these 3 contestants, but you know.
Well, can I tell you though? Filming
No.
Pageant Place, she was fucking mean.
Well, it's
He was
Well, the
so
way she
big
dumped
in that
that crown
apartment.
on Japan's head in 2007, what was that
Hilarious.
But you know what? I say this all the time. I don't care. Like when I direct,
Boom.
give me a bitch because I'm
I'm
tough.
with you, Rocky.
I do not
I
give
am
a
with
shit.
Okay, okay.
I don't want personality.
Yes, yes.
I want the
don't need
right girl.
personality. We're not gonna be
Okay.
friends.
We don't have to be friends, but you're gonna listen, right? You're gonna be
Right.
scared. Like we're
Just
gonna
do your job.
and,
I
you
don't
know
care
what?
if you're
But-
nice.
And I think what's
Okay.
hilarious is that these people that don't know the pageant girls as well as some of us do, right? They're regular people. They're
I like
just
that.
as ratchet
Darn,
as we
okay.
are. Like,
Bring me,
Yeah.
bring me a bitch. Bring me a bitch, a beautiful bitch, but
Right.
please don't gain weight, okay? Please stay skinny, stay
Hector.
stay
beautiful,
swimsuit ready.
stay the way you want the
Oh,
pageant.
good lord.
Oh,
Are you
okay.
talking about India?
Sorry.
Ooh.
I think Peter was next.
No, Peter went.
Uh,
It was
I went.
Rafa.
Oh, okay, it's my turn. Okay, so my top five. Actually, I'm gonna put everything in order. My fourth
Okay.
runner-up is Philippines. Okay, Philippines
Okay.
was nowhere on my list. Like Gaspar, I had some misgivings about Miss Philippines. I thought my first reaction when she was crowned Miss Philippines Universe was that why did they crown somebody who doesn't even speak Filipino? You know, even though her mother is Filipino, she was born in the Philippines, but she grew up in Italy. She knew Italian culture more than she does Philippine culture. So that to me, that was like a big turn off. How could you say you're Miss Philippines and not speak a word of not speak a word of Filipino? But then she moved to the Philippines. She lived there for about 4 or 5 years. She picked up the language. She studied the culture and whatnot. You know what? Heck, let's give her a chance, okay? And she seems to be loved by many Filipinos and stuff. But fourth runner-up for me is her best placement. This girl used to be my second in the second spot, but she went down a bit. South Africa, only because the 3 other girls above her I find much fiercer and stronger than South Africa. I like South Africa because she's an eloquent speaker. I love that she's sporting her natural hair. She's very elegant. She's eloquent. She's tall. I haven't seen a bad angle of South Africa. And I think she's one of the, I think I actually prefer her to Lalela Maswani or even Zuzabini Tunzi. When I covered Miss Universe in 2019, I saw Zuzabini at the press conference room. She didn't even catch my eye. I just totally went past by her.
Don't ask me about that. one.
All
just went
female
past by
panel.
Zuzabini.
All female panel.
Again, yeah. I mean, who is this woman? I mean, she looked like Arsenio Hall. I'm sorry. You know, but that was my first
Oh,
reaction when I saw
Girl.
Miss Zuzabini.
Girl, you
Okay?
did not just say Arsenio.
I did say that. I did say that. But then again, South Africa started sending stronger girls year after year. And I think so far this year, South Africa is one of the strongest. Now, my second runner-up, again, I think she's a bitch, Colombia. I've never liked a Colombia as much as I liked Colombia this year, but not for the good reasons. It's more like for the bad reasons, because she she was supposed to compete in this universe, like what was it 2 years ago?
Last year.
And then there was a change of hands of ownership and whatnot. So they decided to send another girl. And I think that was a mistake. I think she should have competed last year or 2 years ago, because she probably would have won, or she would have made the top 5. But this year she's okay. But she doesn't have that chispa or that spark, that radiance that I expect from the other Latinas. But nevertheless, because of her popularity, her eloquence, her natural beauty and warmth, I'm putting her as a second runner-up. However, there's another girl in the competition who looks exactly like her, and they train together. It's Germany. Nobody mentioned Germany.
I had her
me
in my
too.
20s.
I
have her in my
Nobody mentioned
20s.
Germany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? Interestingly, because there's so many blondes this year. You have Germany, you have Colombia, you have Switzerland.
You know none of them are going to win, so let's move on.
Okay. My first runner-up, again, she was not on the list. I totally ignored her. Is India. Okay.
Oh, I thought she was beautiful.
When I first posted my top 15 list, I did not put India there, and I got some comments from Indian fans. So how could you possibly ignore India? She's stunning. She speaks well. She's gorgeous. You know what? Yeah. I mean, you guys are right. But you know what? Having seen her her videos, her images, her improvement. I think she's made the most improved
She's
queen
gorgeous.
this year.
I have PTSD.
Gorgeous.
from India.
And it's possible that India could win a back-to-back this year,
No.
but it's not
No.
going to happen. It's not going to happen because the winner
Why
is
not?
Venezuela. So I picked Venezuela as my
Right.
winner for the same reasons that Hector mentioned. Okay, this girl is driven. She's driven, she's ambitious, and she is so focused. Not only that, but she's very well educated. She speaks like 3 or 4 languages. She's fluent in Italian, Spanish, English,
Mhm.
whatever, etc. She's beautiful, she's tall, and she's very, very relatable. She's not this Amazon type Venezuelan that we're used to seeing in the past. She's just down to earth. She always smiles. I haven't seen a bad angle, a bad photo of her where she's not smiling. She's always very calorosa, she's very cariñosa, she's very affectionate. She says hello to everybody. She engages everybody, her fans, the staff, the vloggers, everything. So I think that's exactly the kind of Miss Universe that the new owner is looking for, somebody who's very marketable. She's going to be a huge marketable in Thailand. The Thai people would love her because she's very, very Thai, so to speak, you know. So that's why I have Venezuela as my Miss Universe 2022, and I can see Venezuela and India holding hands, the top 2. That's it. What do you guys think? What do you guys
One
think?
thing I want to say, because I saw some comments that I want to address, but one thing I want to say first is that this is a beautiful class.
Because Gaspar
Yes.
is
They are
unprofessional.
stunning.
Yes.
They are stunning.
What do they
There are
say?
so many. But
Gaspar
I
is
think
unprofessional.
I think one thing that I think that people need to understand, because in this, I said something earlier about social media. When people offer their feedback, that isn't bullying. So I think that we have to determine what is and what isn't, because we have a culture where we are trigger happy to classify things as something negative. We are a group of pageant fans, like all of you here on the watching us. We have opinions just like you do. And when people are discussing things, this is a beauty pageant. The girls do know what they're signing up for. They're going to be judged on 3 phases. One of them is swimsuit.
Mhm.
And our determination here, these 6 people and all of you, what we think is swimsuit ready is very different. So I just think that it's as we continue to go forward as a civilization, we have to stop just pulling the trigger on everything being toxic or bullying. Just don't watch it then. Because I don't think anything that was said here tonight was bullying or super
Wait,
toxic.
are they talking about me being a bully?
I think that the people generalize, especially when I think, and I'm going to say something that's going to maybe sound bullying, when people that are 15 or 14 that are pageant fans, because again, I will go back to RuPaul's Drag Race, that watch things, they just say everything is negative, whatever. It's not. We're having a discussion. I think it's been very civil. And if your favorite's not one of our favorites, it doesn't matter. If she wins, congratulations to you. She did it. Thumbs up. Gold star.
Yeah.
But if
Okay.
you don't like it, don't listen.
Well, all
I
I'm
need-
going to say is I'm in the forum and they aren't.
Well, you know what?
Ooh.
Okay, can I just say something?
Girl,
I
Okay,
need
I was the
people-
diplomatic. I was the diplomatic brother, right?
I need to go.
Yeah.
I need to go, but I have a question before I need to go. And I need everybody to need to be honest. Do you think after this pageant, after this edition, Miss Paula Shugart and Miss Amy is going to be out of the organization?
Amy already quit.
She did?
Oh God, thank you, God.
Oh, you know what? That could be true because she did not show up during the Zoom meeting for the investigation.
Yes.
Remember? It was Paula who
She
was there.
quit already. It was announced via this page 6.
Wow.
Okay.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, Google it. She quit.
Gaspar,
Are you
I
talking
think
about-
I think you're right about Paula. What you said earlier. If you want to repeat it for
That
those
she
people,
might take over. She might take over Miss USA. Yeah.
I think that might make sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
And it
Hector,
does.
Wait, what do
repeat
you?
your
Okay.
question?
Of the girls that you'd not mention on your list, who do you think could be a dark horse or pull a surprise? I'm going to start.
Great Britain.
Great Britain, yeah. Okay, well, not on my list, but I think Ecuador could pull a surprise. Bahrain could pull a surprise, and Bhutan, the new country.
Bahrain is probably my surprise too,
Yeah.
because I thought her picture. I really was drawn when I see her. I stop and I read.
My surprise is Brazil.
Brazil is not on
That
my
would be a
list.
surprise.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
on anybody's
She's not one of
list.
the
Yeah.
best. She's not one of the best Brazilian girls this year, I think.
No.
No,
No.
she's not. She's not standing out in the group
Yeah.
to
But
me.
then, you know what? They always seem to sneak in.
And what about
Well,
Armenia?
not all the time. Not all the time.
Armenia is the all-American girl. She was Miss Boston and Miss Outstanding Teen Boston, Miss Armenia.
Oh.
She competed in Miss Grand International like last year. Remember that episode?
I
during
didn't
16?
even notice her.
Mhm.
She's because she's short. She's like 5'2".
On that note, I do have to go tonight. Thank you all. It's been a great
Love
chat.
you, Rocky.
I do love you all. The dog scratching the door.
Bye, Rocky.
Bye. Love you, Rafa. I do love
Bye,
you. I do love
Rocky.
you.
Nice to
Bye, all
meet
my
you,
fans.
Rocky.
Nice to meet you, Hector. I friend requested
You
you.
look great and you look hot.
Oh, thank you so
Thank
much.
you to the Virgin Mary of Italia.
Thank you all so much. It's been lovely. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mabuhay. Bye.
Bye, Rocky. Okay, so all right. What about Peter? Any surprises? Any
Yeah,
April
Australia will
surprise?
be, for
You
me,
think?
Australia will be a
Yes.
Do
surprise.
you
I
agree
think she
with-
could sneak in.
Okay.
She speaks well. She's an actress, and she's giving me Olivia Culpo vibes.
Interesting. Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. What about you, Hector? Any girl who?
I just want to see. It's going to be strange, but I just want to see in this top 20 Equatorial Guinea.
Oh my gosh, she's also on my
Oh,
alternate
yes.
list.
I don't know
Yeah.
why. I don't know why
Yes.
when I watch her videos and her photos, I feel a good vibe from her. I don't know why, but
I can't take you seriously with this hat on.
What?
Hey, got the hat.
I can't take you seriously
Take-
with the scarf.
Take
and
off
the
your
hat.
glasses and take off your hat,
come
Hector.
on, Gaspar.
Yes, we want to see your natural beauty.
I'm tired.
Equatorial Guinea is the most
Yes.
improved on the Miss Universe app. She had long hair and then she cut her hair. She looks
Yes.
much younger, much more sophisticated, I think. Yes.
My big
And she speaks
disappointment.
Spanish. A lot of people don't know Equatorial Guinea speaks
No, they speak Spanish. Yes.
Mhm.
Who's your
My
biggest
big disappointment is Peru.
Peru is disappointment.
She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. She has everything, but she's like sleeping in the dream. She's like, I don't know.
Guatemala is a disappointment for me.
No, Guatemala. Come on,
She was
Guatemala
like-
is.
She's like a
I'm sorry about what
crash
I'm
and
going
burn
to say,
poor girl.
but she's the worst candidate that's said in
Oh.
years.
Oh,
really
Hector.
Just
interesting. What do we think of
Rafa,
Mexico?
come on.
Is Mexico on anybody's radar?
Mexico, no. Mexico
No?
is a big no.
Wow.
Mexico is a big no.
Okay.
You know,
What about-
Paraguay is a big no. Argentina is a big no. Bolivia is a big no. Trinidad and Tobago, she was
Kind of on the fence. Yeah.
Canada. I don't know
Sure.
why. I don't know how she won Miss Canada. I don't know.
It's a very answer. She won.
Well, but
Canada,
it's not
Canada,
about the answer. It's about beauty.
And you
It's
should
about
have won.
face.
Who should have won Miss Universe Canada was Madison Cavalton, the girl they sent to Miss International this year. She was the first
Canada
runner up.
was a
She should
shock
try
for me.
again next year for Miss Universe Canada. She's gonna win. So.
Spain, a big no.
Oh my God, we forgot Spain. Spain is not even on my list. Spain is loved by a lot of Filipinos because she lived there. She speaks Filipino.
Yes.
But for some reason, I mean, she's pretty, but she strikes me as somebody who's not really focused. She's just there to enjoy the pageant. And
I sent
think-
you that Instagram channel, Rafa, in our chat regarding, it was like pretty much a hate page on Miss
I saw
Spain.
that somebody forwarded that to me. That she has a lot of
Yeah.
plastic surgery, but who cares? Who knows? I mean,
Who's
she's
it-
charming. She's the kind of girl that you want to hang out with, for a drink or have lunch with. But a beauty queen, Miss Universe, I don't think she's Miss Universe material. Okay.
No.
So, who else? France, disappointing.
No, big no.
Cambodia, weak. Indonesia is weak.
I love Cambodia.
I love Cambodia. I have her in my list. No, Indonesia is a big no. Big no.
I think Brian interviewed Cambodia, and then we discussed about the interview, and Brian said that this girl. Well, I think Cambodia is pretty. She reminds me of Megan Young, Miss World from the Philippines, 2013, facial wise. but she has the personality of a bacteria. I'm sorry. She doesn't have any. She doesn't have any. She doesn't have any personality. If you're talking about personality, remember, they're going to have a personality interview this year. It's all about personality. Venezuela has a lot of personality. India has a lot of personality. Colombia, South Africa, Puerto Rico and Jamaica has a lot of personality.
Yes. I love Jamaica.
For a teenager, Iceland has a lot of personality. So, and Seychelles, obviously. So yeah. So who else? Ecuador. Maybe
she's nice.
She's nice. Do you think Russia or Ukraine? I think Russia is prettier than Ukraine, but
I love Ukraine.
Russia hasn't even arrived.
Neither
she
one
hasn't even arrived.
Yes.
Russia arrived last night.
When? Last night?
Last night.
Okay.
Brian interviewed us at the hotel lobby. Who do you think? Oh, China. China is not going to come because of
bye China.
Visa delay 5 days. I think the deadline was today for a visa. She's no, she can make it. Who else cannot make it? Latvia has COVID, so she was hospitalized. She's out of the game. Poor Kazakhstan is stuck in Los Angeles. You know what happened to Kazakhstan, right? Her national director decided not to pay for her for costume, for other expenses. So she's stuck in Kazakhstan. So she's there. Hopefully they'll allow her to compete next year. Okay, so we're talking about like what, less than 80 countries competing this year because of all the other excuses and whatnot, and COVID and so forth and so on. And hopefully Curacao will recover and we'll get to see her compete during the preliminaries.
Close fingers.
Rafa, why do you think Miss World gets so many countries versus Miss Universe?
Because the franchise fees
are more cheap.
Cheap. The franchise fee for Miss World is cheap.
For example, I'm going to tell you something. I just sent an email with the help of my friend Rafa to Miss World to get the franchise to send this girl from Uzbekistan to Miss World. And let me tell you something, the franchise is very cheap. That's why they have a lot of countries. And not all the times, but some years, some countries don't pay the franchise fee. It's free.
And sometimes I think they have a sliding scale. It depends on the country. Like Venezuela's franchise is much higher than, let's say, Bahrain. Okay, so yeah, it's much. It really depends on the country's popularity and whatnot. So, who do you think is going to win Miss Congeniality?
Who cares?
Correct.
They're bringing back the awards this year, like Miss Congeniality. Best.
I think it's going to be Miss Ghana, because she's the last to arrive.
Best swimsuit. So
I'm gonna say,
great. And it's photogenic as well.
What's the country inside South Africa?
Namibia?
Namibia is going to win Miss Congeniality.
Okay.
Who do you think is the most photogenic?
Iceland.
Iceland? Yeah, Iceland, yes. I think.
I love her.
Her face is just so stunning. What
Did
about
Jorge pay you, Hector?
Who?
Maybe.
Her national director. Who else? Let me see. USA's makeup. Gaspar as a makeup artist. What do you think of USA's makeup?
After that makeup artist did it, I thought she looked sensational. I thought she looked stunning.
Okay.
I feel like when she does her own makeup personally, I don't feel like she has on enough. But I think after they finished with her, she looked breathtaking today.
Okay.
That sounds fair.
I didn't love her.
Noemi's a makeup artist too. Did you know that?
I didn't love her car wash outfit, but her makeup was spectacular.
Okay. So Noemi, who do you think has the best makeup?
Listen, the team is a good team. I think Andres does a good job on selecting artists based on their talent and what they could bring to the pageant. Hair wise, I think they could do better. I wish she was back with hair. Why
did she leave?
Maybe because her contract expired.
When Sosi won, that's when the contract expired.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't want to renew the contract because there was nothing that the new winner could promote for Chi.
Yes.
She doesn't, Chi's line, beauty line, or hairline is not geared towards African American women. Unfortunately, they don't have a specific line for that.
Yes.
If Madison would have won, she would have been perfect because that's more what they're geared toward, you know, white
How
women,
did they pin that
Latinas.
crown in Zosie's hair?
Oh, with little how you
With the
call it?
pins,
Little
with the
clips.
pins. Yeah,
With
with
the
the
little
clips,
clips.
yes.
With the little clips.
Did she have enough hair to clip it?
You know the little baby like the little
Yeah,
clams,
Claws.
the little
Yes.
claws with that.
And if you remember, Gaspar, in her reign, is not a lot of photos of her with the crown.
Mhm.
That's true.
That's why, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
Yeah.
true. Yeah. Okay.
2020 is a year we'd like to forget.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we think?
Yeah.
Okay. Another girl, by the way, that we forgot. Did anybody mention Angola? Angola.
well, Angola was Miss Belgium in Miss Supranational, yes.
No, she was Miss Netherlands in
Miss
Supranational.
Netherlands, yes.
Yeah, she made the cut.
Oh, well,
And then she
she's-
moved to Angola, and then she was crowned Miss Universe Angola.
oh,
But
she's
I don't know.
cute.
I think in the beginning she was okay, but for some reason she lost her
Yeah, but-
steam.
Yeah.
She's been looking
She
for
looks like
fire.
Layla. She looks like Layla Lopez on drugs. You know,
Yes.
she's like
She lost for some reason she lost her spark, and
Yes.
I think that was very disappointing to me.
Mhm.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing with Aruba. I thought Aruba was gorgeous when she won her national title, but she comes to New Orleans. I mean, she's like to me like, yeah, she's like a.
no, she's
Okay.
okay. She's cute. She's a ladylike girl. You know,
Mhm.
she's yeah.
Who else?
We didn't discuss Bolivia.
Bolivia.
No,
Bolivia
no.
is Venezuela's
Roommate,
roommate. She's not the original Miss Bolivia. As you know what happened to the original, right, Gaspard? She was dethroned because she was caught
Her social experiment.
making fun
Yeah.
of the photos on the Miss Universe app of her fellow contestants. And that was, yeah, and she posted it on her story. And of course, you know, people caught it. How stupid was that? And then she apologized.
She said that
And
Miss
then her excuse
Brazil
was,
looks
oh, I
like
was
a
just
mom.
doing it for a social experiment. Like nobody, of course, believed her.
Wait, Hector, who did she say looked like a mom?
The original Miss Bolivia in this social experiment, she say with another girl in the video, look, Miss Brazil, she looks like a mom.
Yes.
Yes, that's why they dethrone her and put this new girl that is the roommate of Miss Venezuela, but she's screaming all the time. When Miss Venezuela started her life on Instagram, Miss Bolivia came like, jump like, you know, she's okay, but she's not to be one of the top 20, you know? We need to be honest about,
Right.
you know.
Okay, I love the Greece director. What do we think about Greece?
I love her costume. I love her national.
Yeah,
costume.
me too.
She does have
Me
as
too.
the goddess, Greek goddess hair.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's beautiful.
She's gorgeous.
But there's some photos of her where she looks like tranny-ish because she kind of like masculine features, especially her jawline. And stuff.
I mean, by the sounds of the new owner, I feel like moving forward, we are going to see a lot more trans contestants. That's just
Well,
the vibe.
trans are big in Thailand, so
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Well,
Which is I think which is also bad in a way because it's going to be competing with the biggest pageant for transgender women, which is Miss International Queen. They already have that big prestigious pageant. So, you know, by allowing more trans contestants to compete in Miss Universe, it's going to depreciate the prestige and the reputation of Miss International Queen. So that's
Were
what
you guys bothered when all those former Miss Universes came to her press conference and then Spain was there with them? Did that bother you guys?
No, it doesn't bother me at all.
But she had no reason to be there. She wasn't Miss Universe.
No.
Right.
Yeah, but it was beyond that. It was what she represented when she competed, trans women.
Mhm.
who, Angela?
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's a trans, you know, she's a tranny, and I remember when Angela won, when Angela competed, I remember when Anne she was made some comments that she was upset because Angela don't make the cut on this edition of Miss
But
Universe.
Hector, all the other girls there were Miss Universe and Miss Spain was not. Did you think it was okay that she was there at the press conference?
Yeah. If I honestly, if I
She
was
was
the
invited.
owner, if I was Anne, I would invite her. I had the opportunity to interview her, Angela, and Angela is more than amazing. But I don't bother that she was. I was bothered. I was mad. I was feeling very bad to see this picture and to see Harnaaz Sandhu, like, you know, like
Chubby?
not chubby, like a Dominican salami, you know. Sorry, but if you want to be Miss Universe, if you want to be Miss World, if you want to be Miss International, Miss Grand, Miss Supra, you need to be,
Okay.
people outside want to see beautiful people, you know. And I think, and I was talking with a good friend that worked a lot of years in publicity. Right now, we are under a wave of ugly people because yes.
Noemi,
yes,
how
let
do
me
you
finish,
feel about
let
that
me
as a
finish.
woman?
No, let me finish. If you go into Netflix, if you go into Prime Video, if you go into NBC, if you go into Fox to ABC, what is to see right now? Ugly people.
Noemi, how do you feel about that?
What happened to Hector?
Hector said his piece.
Was that his last words before?
That was his last words.
Whoa.
Those were his last words
Maybe.
in testament.
Or maybe somebody
Exactly.
hacked his YouTube connection or whatever.
Okay, I understand where he's coming from. He's talking about the whole inclusion that is going on. Okay.
No, he's
I
talking
understand.
about the weight gain of Miss India, Miss Universe.
Well, but that comes with the inclusion thing, because remember when Alicia Machado, when she gained weight and how the big fuss that was? So they didn't do that same thing to Harnaaz. They haven't even addressed it. They just say, you know, they don't even mention it. Okay, they just hide her figure and put corsets and try to, you know, make her look as good as possible within the weight gain. You know, but she could lose the weight. She did it when she competed in Miss India. She did it when she competed in Miss Universe. Why did she not? If she has a disorder or whatever disorder she has, everything can be maintained regardless whether you're Miss Universe or you're traveling or whatever. Okay, you know what you put into your mouth. You know how to. You have doctors. You have nutritionists. You could find a way to control that. Okay, right. I'm sorry, I don't find no excuse in regards to the weight gain. Okay, you are an image. You're representing a brand, and you know this when you compete in the pageant. So just because you won doesn't mean, oh, I won, I don't need to take care of my diet. Yes, you do, because you are an image. You are a brand. You're trying to sell something. That's why Anne is so focused on exactly what she's looking for, because she is going to use whoever is going to win to sell the brand. She needs that image. Now, the inclusion, all this BS of the inclusion, I'm so over it, because there's one thing of inclusion and it's one thing is going way past inclusion. Okay.
I love hearing that from you.
It's way too past. I mean, this, at the end of the day, it's a beauty pageant. It's totally all agree. About image. Yes. It's about branding. You have sponsors. You have companies that you're representing. So you have to come in with that mentality. And if you have a delegate that is not up to those standards, or a queen that is not up to par, then you really have to take her aside and say, okay, what can we do as an organization to assist you, to help you, because it could be stress, it could be hormonal, it could be a number of things. Okay, let's address it and take care of it, because you are representing our brand. It is a beauty pageant at the end of the day. Yes, you have to be intelligent. You have to be, you know, all the whole list, the complete package. But being the complete package requires you to look good at all times. I felt bad for her in Thailand because I feel that they gave her a dress that did not fit her properly. She was popping out from every way. You
She
know,
looked like a stuffed sausage.
exactly. The dress did not suit her figure. Okay. Right now, I'm assuming she's not even a medium. She must be a large. She has large breasts. You have to know what suits your body in the moment, right?
Yeah.
So I
dress
felt
properly
bad
for it.
that
Okay.
everybody else was dressed well and she was not dressed properly for her figure. Okay. So that I felt bad. Okay. But the whole inclusion thing needs to come under control. I understand acceptance, love your body, all of that is fine and dandy. Okay. But at the end of the day, like I've always said, it is a beauty pageant. Period. You have to control this whole inclusion BS because it's way out of control.
I would be the thick girl if I was in a pageant. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, I'm the curvy girl because I'm Latina. I have big hips, you know, and that was always my fault. My issue when I competed in pageants, I always had to be way under my normal weight to be able to look up, you know, proportionate, that my hips didn't look too big because being a Latina, we have big hips, unfortunately. So you know how to
fall down
pose.
some stairs.
Shakira, baby, Shakira.
Las nalgas. But
Oh, he's back.
He's back.
Anne is back.
Anne is back. But it's, I understand where they're coming from. We have to accept everybody, blah, blah, blah. It's not about not accepting or not understanding or not being considerate. It's just, there's just boundaries and one thing is don't be delusional about it too. Like
they definitely hid her weight issue. They did not discuss it whatsoever.
No, because you know why?
Well, you know what? I mean, I'd
would've-
like to think that it's because we're living in more enlightened times.
What?
You know, yeah, I think we're living in more enlightened times. It's not okay to go and, you know, if a woman goes and has a weight gain, who cares? Is it holding her back from doing her job? I just think that the way that we're going at the moment, especially in this discussion, it seems to go against the non-objectification goal of what Miss Universe is trying to set out. Sure, look, it's part of life of you going to go, you know, gain weight. Is it going to stop you from doing your job? Mm-hmm. I don't think it does.
Rafa,
I don't think
what
it
were
does.
you gonna say?
And look, who are we to be, you know, saying what is beautiful? I mean, we seem to be pushing for this impossible standard of what beauty is.
But she only had 1 year to stay skinny.
But then we're telling everybody that it's not okay to gain weight.
We're not saying that.
It's normal.
We're saying when you're Miss Universe, you have 1 year. Can you just hold off from those Twinkies for 1 year?
Donuts.
We're not
She could
asking.
have a condition.
What hard is it? Okay, can I talk, please? Can I
Yes.
talk? First and foremost, okay, we all agree that beauty is subjective. No
Correct.
disagreement. We all have our standards of beauty. Okay, so it doesn't matter what your ethnicity is, what your color is, what your hair texture is. We're all beautiful. But then again, when it comes to judging beauty, if I were to run a beauty pageant, I would have to specify all the details in the contract that you have to have a certain look. This is the kind of look that I want my winner to look like. First of all, you have to be at least a minimum 5 feet 7 inches tall. You cannot gain, well, there's no specific weight measurement, but your weight should be at least proportionate to your height. Okay. So that's not too hard to ask.
No.
You know, you have to have a certain guidelines. But what happened with some beauty queens is that, or even other pageant organizations like Miss Universe, they have not been very consistent with their regulations, with their rules and whatnot. So that's why they allowed Harnaaz. Maybe it's not her fault. Maybe she does have a celiac disease. But if she has a celiac problem, talk about it. Be open about it, okay?
But why would that be anybody's business?
She hasn't
Let
done that.
me just say, why is it anybody's business?
Because you're
Why
Miss
is it,
Universe.
why should, because it's Miss Universe, and there are a lot of women and men who suffer from celiac disease who don't know what to do. They could use some advice. They could use some advice from a very influential woman like Harnaaz. So I just, why does she? Okay, I understand that, that she one of her advocacies is the menstruation period, for women who can't afford menstrual products back in her country, India, which is fine. I mean, she can go ahead and promote that. But there are other issues that are just as important as menstruation, like celiac disease, gaining weight because you can't eat certain foods, or you cannot have certain foods and whatnot. I really wish she should have addressed that during her reign. I really do. But it seems like, she didn't do it. So sorry.
Yeah.
Go. Hector, you're mute. Unmute yourself.
Dahil mute.
Unmute.
Now?
Now.
Okay. They lost a great opportunity to teach young girls and the people, my Miss Universe, Harnaaz Sandhu, she have a problem and we're going to approach this problem. But they never talk about them, about the topic. They never address the issue. They never make a statement or something. I know that the weight gate is not important, okay? And I am very, ¿cómo se dice exigente en inglés?
Demanding, very demanding.
I'm very demanding when I'm talking about beauty pageants, because again, no matter what, if you're gay, black, Jewish, Catholic, whatever you are as a person, if you like beauty pageants, you want to see and you want to watch beautiful girls. And if you want to win Miss Universe, you need to know that at least you need to have a nice body, you need to be telegenic, and you need to be photogenic, I know the beauty is subjective, I know, but when we're talking about beauty pageants, it's about beauty. It's about something that you are delighted to see on TV, on photos, or whatever they put the Miss Universe, but they lost a great opportunity to talk about the problem. And instead, like Rafa said, they option for talking about menstrual, whatever is the issue, and I don't know. And when they say that every people can menstruate, you remember that?
Even men?
Until today, I'm confused about that.
Yes.
I'm confused about that.
Not as confused as me.
Yeah, well, sometimes.
A viewer says, Gio, Harnaaz does not talk about her celiac issue because it's a lie put out by Miss Universe. They just don't want people to bully her. I agree. I agree. Given the fact that Miss Universe organization is now led by women and women are supposed to love and support each other, none of these female executives have the balls, sorry for the pun, to tell Harnaaz to lose the weight, because otherwise they would have been considered or labeled as bullies. Unlike if a man had said that, then people would think, oh my God, you're a man. What do you know? You don't know anything about a woman's body and whatnot. Things have changed because of this whole body positivity movement and body positive image, which in a way led to the corrosion of meanings of words and whatnot, and also our attitude. That's one thing that I really despise about this whole political correctness issue. That the body movement thing should have never have happened, because now they're promoting it as if, okay, if you're obese, it's okay because it's body positivity. Love your body, even though you're going to die soon because of heart attack because you're overweight. That's the extremist aspect of body positivity.
I stand alone in this argument.
I also feel like if Miss Universe really loved women, they would have
I
addressed
absolutely
the sexual
disagree
harassment
with
cases
all of you.
way sooner than, because they've never addressed the sexual harassment issues. If they really loved women, they would have defended those 5 girls
Thank
that were sexually
you.
harassed.
Thank you, Gaspar. Thank you. Thank you.
Repeat again, Gaspar. Repeat again. I love that. I love that.
I said if Miss Universe really loved women, they would address those 5 girls that were sexually harassed by the producers of Miss USA.
Thank you. Thank you.
But
And
they
that's
didn't.
why,
didn't.
and that's why Miss Paula Shugart is not going to be longer the president of Miss Universe organization. I told you.
They also dismissed the questions submitted by the Miss USA 22 contestants before the Zoom meeting. They were promised that the questions were answered, but they were never answered because Amy Emmerich never showed up. So they were totally dismissed. So here we are, women supporting other women. Okay. Tough.
Honestly, you guys, I used to love Miss USA and Miss Universe, but honestly, I could go without it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it's not the same pageant as it used to be. You know,
No, it's not the same.
It has become so woke. It has become so leftist. It has become so politically correct.
It's all about the inclusion.
There's no more entertainment value. Everything's political.
Let's enter everybody to the pageant.
Everything's about this. Everything's about rights. Everything's about this women's rights, blah, 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 blah. You know, who cares? We want fun. We want a show. Put on a good show. Okay, on January 14th, and if you're watching the show, even though you blocked me, if you're watching the show,
I block you.
Promise your critics to put on a good show, and maybe, just maybe, we'll start liking Miss Universe all over again. Make Miss Universe great again.
But I don't know why, but
Peter is melting. Peter is melting.
I think that what we are going to watch
Snowflake Peter is melting.
January 14th is going to be the same shit everywhere, every year.
So, Rafa, I think when I get back from my birthday trip to Cancun, I think we should do a follow-up group chat and discuss our thoughts on Miss Universe.
Yes, of course.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I don't think Peter will want to join us because he probably will have to recover from his melting.
Even though you're a bleeding liberal, we love you.
Oh no, but Peter is now a Republican, he said, right?
I was training to be a Republican, hence no mask while I'm wearing COVID.
Wow.
But you know what? Every fiber of my being is just like, ugh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Look, I love you all. I do. I will respectfully disagree with where you guys stand, but I will fight for your right to say your opinion.
Bravo. This is what freedom of speech is all about. Yes. Okay, we all have different opinions, but we still respect each other. Unlike some of the fans, some of the people who are watching the show, I'm looking at some of these nasty comments who are threatening some of the viewers, some of the guests, just because they don't like our opinions.
I want to hear that. Tell.
So tell us what they're saying.
Well, somebody's saying, yuck, Rafa, who you? Peter's face.
What about my face?
Well, some people agree with Peter. Did you all vote for Trump? You know what? I voted for Trump, and I will vote for him again. And I don't know.
We want Trump back again.
Yeah, because the current president we have right now is a jackass. So he needs to go. Yes, it's all about freedom of speech. Okay, so if you don't like what we're saying, that's fine. Don't disagree. If you don't disagree,
don't watch us.
Don't watch
There's
us.
There's a button that says delete.
Go someplace else.
Trump.
What do you want? Do you want all of us
with Melania? We want you in the United States again as a president, please.
Hector, I'm actually shocked you are saying that.
Me?
Yeah, I did not think you were a Trump fan.
Yes.
I'm proud of you.
I have a good t-shirt. Mr. Rafa Delfin.
Yes.
Yeah. I was a Democrat, but what we have right now as Biden as a president is one of the big jokes in years, but let's see what happened.
Noemi doesn't feel comfortable because she voted for Biden, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Oh my God, I love you. I love you even more.
Well, I am registered as an independent,
Okay.
so I am not affiliated with any party.
It's
Since I moved out of Puerto Rico, I'm like, do not want to deal with any parties at all. So I went independent.
party
So
pooper. Noemi's a party
well,
pooper.
you know what? At the end of the day, the party doesn't do shit anyway. So
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not about a party. It's about where you want a country to be. What direction you want
Okay.
America to be. It's not about a party.
exactly, you should not.
It's the idea.
Yeah, exactly. You should
Wait,
not vote.
Rafa,
for
what else are
party.
they saying about us?
Yes, please.
Oh, I don't
Gaspar, like-
know. A lot of messages have been held for review. Oh yeah, somebody is now insulting. Rafa has no hair. People, yeah, I do have hair. This is natural.
Come on.
You are a jackass, Rafa. Okay, thank you.
Ooh.
Okay, Noemi Melendez. Now you know what they really think of you and what your boundaries are.
I don't know who you are, and I really don't care.
Yeah, that's
Exactly,
good.
yeah. Well, the majority of
Hey,
these
sweetie,
people
you don't pay my bills.
who are actually
I don't know
making
you,
these
you don't know
comments are
me.
actually anonymous accounts. These are trolls, obviously. So they come to watch
Obviously,
us just to troll, basically.
Yeah.
Which is fine because it helps with the views, and more views means more money for me. So I really
Probably Anne.
so keep all this hatred coming if you guys want.
It's probably
Right.
Anne and her whole staff.
Okay.
So
Another good question.
Yeah.
When do you think Anne is going to be on the stage when the show starts? On the beginning or just in the middle?
she's gonna wait.
I
in
think
the
she's gonna
end.
co-host.
She's gonna.
A nice, okay, a surprise co-host? Oh God.
She's gonna ask the final question.
yes,
Oh God.
she's also going to be the main entertainer, the main performer.
And she's gonna crown the new winner with
The
her
winner.
blue crown.
Yes.
And
Well,
at
she's-
least
She's going to be introduced as the new owner in the beginning of the show. So there's going to be this huge, event.
What
going
was
on.
the last time Miss Universe was owned by a man?
Well, it was Donald Trump.
That's
What?
okay.
Is that a joke?
Yeah.
Wait, Hector, do you want to see
Oh,
something
Hector,
that I have
oh
that
my
you will love?
goodness. Oh my
So
It's
who
just
do
a
you
joke, Peter. Come on. It's just
my
what?
lord.
it's just a joke.
What
But
is the
I
joke?
think she's going to be
I missed
gorgeous
it.
on the stage. She loved me, okay? She writes to me in Instagram. I don't know if she's the one to send me the message or her assistant or something like that, but she writes to me on Instagram.
Hector, look what I have.
Oh my God, Miss Teen USA, when Miss Teen USA was
Wait,
Miss
is
Teen
that Katie
USA.
Blair's crown and sash?
It is Katie Blair's crown and sash. She hated her year so much that it sits with me.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
She was perfect for being Miss USA. She's
Yeah,
gorgeous.
I was hoping that she would compete in Miss USA. She did compete.
Yes.
She tried out for Miss USA, right?
I was first
California.
runner up at Miss California.
She was Miss California. She was
Why-
Miss California USA. But she
Why
she
this
won-
happened, Gaspar? Why this happened? Why she was first runner up when she won Miss Teen USA, Miss California?
Because I think Keith Lewis wanted the girl who won Miss USA 2011, Campanella.
Oh, Alisa. Okay.
Ka-
Oh, the
Katie-
crazy Alisa.
Katie was first
Crazy
runner up to
Alicia.
Alyssa.
Okay.
And that was her last year of eligibility. She was 27.
Oh God.
So she was about to age out and whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah.
She was
And then-
perfect to be Miss USA.
Okay.
And then it ended up that Alyssa was the worst Miss USA we've ever had in history.
Are you serious? Alyssa
Yeah.
Campanella?
I
You
heard
like
a
her?
rumor. I heard a rumor that most Miss USAs miss 1 or 2 appearances. She missed about 47.
Ooh.
Why wasn't she dethroned? She should have been
Because she was a good friend of something like that. When I was there,
connections.
yes, when I was interview her on the Miss Universe offices in New York, the interview was like 20 minutes and she was all the time looking to the ceiling. You know, she was like, and I was like, who
Okay.
is this fucking real bitch? You know, she was like,
She was allergic to the sun. She was allergic to this. She was allergic to that. She had a headache.
yeah.
And she goes to Brazil to compete for Miss Universe, and then she lost a lot of weight. And I thought, what?
Yes.
Whoa, what happened? I mean, is she anorexic or what? I mean, she had lost a lot of weight, you know. So and she was pale. She was very, very pale. You know, Tennessee should have won that year, by the way, first one around.
Of course, I remember when she
Or
had the
Ana
black
Rodriguez from
dress.
Texas.
And Miss Massachusetts 2011, Alita Diangona should have made the top 15.
Yes.
Right, Hector? Because
Oh my God.
Hector and I coached her. So
Yes.
she should have made the cut. Anyway, another problem that we're having with under the new ownership is that people want to know how in the world this pageant is going to be broadcast via Roku channel. A lot of people do not have access to Roku channel. A good friend of mine who lives in Singapore, Sabrina, if you're watching, Sabrina told me that she can't even access Roku on her iPhone app store.
Do you know that Roku used to be illegal because it would steal cable channels?
Yes.
Oh,
I
wow.
remember that. I remember. Yeah. When they sell the sticks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we are down to a channel, a Roku station that you have to access from an illegal stick that you buy at the swap meet.
Yeah.
I have a legal stick, by the way. I got from Home Depot. So
No, I
love Roku. I love my
buy a
Roku
TV
stick.
with Roku because my big TV don't have Roku. Yeah.
I'm not going to get to watch it because I don't have Roku.
Okay,
Neither do I.
well, you know what? This is one thing. If they really want to make a lot of money, they should live stream the event from the official Miss Universe website or from their YouTube channel. I don't understand why they can't do that, you know?
I'm sure they will do that later on down the road.
Yeah.
I think this Roku thing was already done prior to her coming in, but I'm sure that's the way it's going to end up being their own channel. This way she has more control in regards to sponsorship and money, you know, money-wise that comes in. Because once you have your own channel, you could control it and you won't have any issues and you don't have to depend on other channels, you know, for the transmission. It is actually better. Nowadays, you don't even need a television station to support you anyway.
Yeah,
you just
that's
do
true.
it yourself with
That's true.
the
You can watch it. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, that's true.
But they have a nice section on Roku right now that you can watch from 2001, all the national costume competitions and the last two pageants. It's nice.
yes.
It's very nice.
Stephen,
You can get
hi,
that on
Steve.
YouTube as well.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be on Telemundo too in the United States. according to
Yes.
Stephen. So yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
Oh, I'll be in Mexico. I could watch it on Telemundo.
Yes.
There you go.
Our good friend Naveed is saying that JKN actually Anne JKN Anne's TV network based in Thailand will probably be broadcasting it too as well.
Yes.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Noemi, please show your colorful nail polish.
Oh, I love
Right.
that.
I went very
Ooh.
Christmassy. Tomorrow
Yeah.
I'm changing it actually.
Yeah.
To
Yes,
me, it
I
looks
went
more
very
American.
Yes.
Yeah.
Red, white, and blue.
We make pageants great again.
That's right.
Please.
So,
Please focus on the entertainment aspect. Okay, that's one
Yes.
thing I miss. as a
exactly.
pageant
Give
fan.
us a show.
Who's supposed to be entertaining?
They haven't announced.
Yeah.
Jeannie Mai. No,
Jello is the color of joy.
no, it's probably going to be a female entertainer, a pop singer, maybe. I don't know. I can maybe Doja Cat.
I can imagine Jeannie Mai talking to Olivia. Hi, Olivia. Good night, Olivia. How is everything? And Olivia like, I'm okay. I'm ready to be the host. Don't talk to me. Just talk to the camera. Thank you.
Let's ask our viewers, who do you want as entertainer for Miss Universe?
You guys, I remember when Miss Universe had like Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I want Lady Gaga back
2008,
again.
before she made it big.
Before
2008.
yes.
2008. I just want
All
to see Lady
A-list.
Gaga back again.
All A-list performers, and then when IMG took over, they all started inviting all these B-list entertainers.
Yes.
Yeah, and
IMG was the worst. Was the worst.
IMG was the worst.
It was.
Naveed is asking, do you think they will make any controversy just like they did it in 2015? With the you mean like is there going to be a twist? Are they going to misread the correct winner?
I don't think they can afford any more controversy with this.
Yeah.
Correct.
Remember what happened in 2015. If you want to believe or not, I was there. I was in Las Vegas. I was there. If you want to believe me or not, that's your issue, that's your problem. But what happened in 2015, it was not a mistake. It was not.
It was real. It was not scripted. It was real, right?
It was real.
It was real. Yeah. Paula said it.
Come on, it was not real, Rafa. Come on.
No, because you know what? It was real because as soon as they announced Colombia as the winner, usually the winner would do her victory walk, but she stayed right in front of the stage. She was being directed specifically to stay. Don't move, stay there, which means something was wrong already.
Yeah, they do on a purpose. They put the incorrect name on the TV.
On the card, yes.
On
the TV, but on the card it says
on the teleprompter. On the
Right.
teleprompter.
Yeah, but remember, Joaquin. Remember that Steve Harvey never went to any of the rehearsals, remember? He only went to the final rehearsal.
Yes.
I was doing makeup that year.
Yes,
so
I remember. In the last rehearsal, I remember in the last rehearsal, people from the production asked to other people to bring him to the stage, and he don't want to come.
Yeah. He was staying at the Caesar's Palace. He wasn't even staying at
in the Planet
Hotel.
Hollywood.
Exactly.
interesting. That's interesting. Another question. There may be more than one Miss Universe this year. Does anyone know the prizes this year? Asked Dorothy. Well, the penthouse, obviously, that's a prize. Living in Bangkok, and
that's
maybe a lifetime supply of Miss Universe drinking water could be a prize.
I mean, isn't it only like $100 for a penthouse in Thailand?
It's
Yeah,
cheap.
something like that.
Everything's cheap in Thailand.
It's very cheap.
Everything is cheap.
Yeah.
Everything. Maybe appearances and events. Maybe I don't know. Enrollment in acting school. Who knows? I mean, those were the good old days. The good old.
I
times.
miss that years that the winner received a card. They receive an exclamation perfume.
A card,
You know, all this-
Exclamation perfume.
You remember that, Noemi? Exclamation perfume.
It's like 90s.
I miss when they used to win the Chopard watch.
Oh, the watch was
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Remember the mink coats?
Earrings.
Before
Yes,
the-
the mink.
And remember when
Okay,
they
got
used
rid
to
of
win
that.
the diamond pin shaped like the
That's
crown?
it.
I
That's it.
love that.
The diamond pin.
Yeah.
You know that. Yeah.
So do
There
you
was-
think? Do you think they will? The winner will be able to keep a tiara, or at least Harnaaz? Will she keep a little tiara as a souvenir? I would
I would
Harnaaz-
hope so.
Harnaaz
You would hope
and
so.
Andrea
You think that
Mesa.
they would.
Yeah, I think. they
Andrea
should-
Mesa,
I mean, the tiara is only this big.
It's a little one.
It's a little one. right?
Andrea Mesa
It's like a
chose
bridal. It's
her
like a little
tiara
bridal
in the
tiara.
Telemundo TV program, and it's like a quinceañera. Like
Is it real diamonds?
No,
I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so. No.
I don't think so.
Imitation.
Okay, people are saying, okay, they love Neo when he performed in 2018. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love Neo too. I think
Me too. I
Yes.
agree with that.
I love
Mhm.
Neo. Seal when he performed in 2015.
Oh my God, it was the
Yeah.
bomb.
Okay,
It
but
was
those
the
are
bomb.
two exceptions. How about Sia, the girl who sang Chandelier,
that was-
Chandelier?
maybe.
When was she
Maybe for the
on there?
opening.
No, they want her to perform. Sia, S-I-A.
Yeah, okay.
Who else? What about Wendy Castilian, Miss Universe 1998, singing at the crowning moment? Says Dorothy.
No.
She has a
No,
very jazzy voice.
no.
Okay,
Thank
no.
you. Thank you
Okay,
for
sorry,
that. But,
Dorothy. They say no. What about Ariana Grande?
oh
We
my
couldn't
God.
afford her.
Huh?
Sweet. Okay, Ariana Grande. Nope.
I love her.
We can't
love her.
afford her.
But they
Okay.
can't afford her
These are-
yet.
What?
These are oldies
Of
who
course
want-
she
who want
can
to pass it.
afford. Auntie
Well, yeah.
Anne have a lot of money.
Yeah, but not yet. She's
Okay.
gonna hold off until she's in Thailand. She could get all that stuff for
Okay,
free.
okay.
Do we all agree that this is probably going to be in Thailand next year?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
it's definitely gonna happen in
Yeah.
Thailand.
definitely.
Okay.
Well.
Yeah.
It's not because I'm from Puerto Rico, but
Ricky Martin.
it's a date. j- Um,
That is
the
reserved
Coliseo of Puerto
in a
Rico.
Coliseo,
The Coliseo
yeah.
of Puerto Rico. They have some dates.
Reserved.
¿Cómo se dice separado, Noemi?
Yeah, reserved. Yeah, that I
Reserved
remember because
for
Paula
Miss
told me.
Universe.
Paula told me in
Yeah.
Kansas when I was
Yeah.
doing Kansas USA, she did mention that she did have a call from the governor's office
Yes.
and they were in negotiations actually for this coming year. But now that Anne has come in, I don't know if those plans are going to change or maybe they'll leave it for
Okay,
following
yeah.
year and do it in Thailand
That's true.
and
Yeah.
then move it for following year.
But not surprised that it's going to be in Thailand.
So the
maybe
20
this year.
I'm guessing it's going to be in December, I think,
Yes.
right? Yeah,
Mhm.
in Thailand. So if that happens, any of us going?
Well,
I'm-
maybe.
Yes.
Well, because I
Maybe.
want to
Yeah.
go. I actually want to go to Miss Grand International in Vietnam in
In
October.
Vietnam. Mhm.
Yeah, I'd rather if both pageants were to happen at the same time period,
yeah.
I would rather go to NGI.
I don't know why, but after Miss Universe accept trans woman, I am more interested in the trans pageant, you know, in Miss Tiffany, in Miss International Queen.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
And more I watch this pageant, more I understand and respect, you know, all this beauty gamma. And I lost, like you say, Gaspar, maybe 20 years ago, Miss Universe was for me, was, oh my God, this is the best pageant in the world, you know? Maybe 15 years ago, it was excellent. Maybe 10 years ago, it was good. But now for me, Miss Universe, with all this change and things happen around the pageant, it's like I lost interest in Miss Universe. You know, I lost.
Mike,
You know,
Yeah, I've said it before and I'll say it again. Miss Grand International is the new Miss Universe.
Miss Universe.
Yes.
Noemi, how would you have felt if you lost to a trans girl?
Oh God, I love that question.
Okay. As a woman, natural born.
Yeah.
Let me clarify.
Yes,
out
girl.
there. Okay. And I'm going to speak like if I was in my 20s competing, okay? If I was in my 20s competing and that happened, that I lose, she better have been the best contestant
That's
ever.
it.
Okay.
That's it. If
She
you're gonna
be-
lose, you better lose to the
She
best.
better, exactly. If I'm gonna lose, it better be one girl that slayed it to the max. Okay. You have better looked better than me, better have speak, talk, body, everything
Yeah.
better than me. Okay.
That's it.
Because
Good answer.
that's the only way that I'm going to be able to recover. The fact
I
that
judged Miss Nevada USA when Catalina Enriquez won Miss Nevada USA. And I will say, I didn't go into the pageant thinking I was going to like her, but she was the best one on that stage.
Mhm.
And she had to be the one we picked.
Right.
Mhm.
Until she opened her mouth.
Well,
Yeah.
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 But
So
Yeah.
it's the interview part that was her weakness. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
you know, but
she wasn't the best interview, but she was the best one there. At the
okay.
But yeah, for me to lose let's be real, even though she's a trans woman and she went through the process and she's medically a woman, but in reality, biologically, she's still a male. Let's be real. Let's not get out of the fantasy, okay?
You can't change your DNA, period.
You cannot change your DNA. So it's the same as sports. You know, when people say, would you compete, women and trans women compete in the same sporting event, obviously the trans woman is going to be, trans woman is going to have an advantage over the natural born woman.
Agreed.
Because of the DNA. It's just what it is.
The built as well. They're built,
exactly.
they have broader shoulders, they're thicker bone structure.
Endurance. Exactly, the endurance and all that stuff. So when it comes to beauty pageants, you have better be the best version or the best option in that competition for me not to be salty about losing. I don't even see it as losing. I see it as, so you better have be the best representative for that title.
No matter what,
no matter what.
To me, the saddest part of this whole thing is that we actually now have to have this discussion, because I honestly like the old rules better, but we have to migrate to the times, and we have to evolve with the times. And I just feel like, I personally feel like there's a pageant for everyone. I just wish we would have kept the tradition of her being born a female, single, never have been married, or never been pregnant.
Thank you.
Why?
Thank you. I agree.
Why?
I totally agree.
But why?
Just for tradition.
Why?
I mean, we all love things because of the tradition and the things that we remember as children. And when you thought about Miss Universe, she was always this goddess who was supposed to be like, we wanted women to look like her, walk like her, talk like her. We didn't want her to be pregnant with children and a husband.
Why not?
Can we talk about that, about the pregnancy, about
because there are pageants for married and pregnant women already.
There is, exactly. There is pageants for married women. Okay, and there is a lot of pageants for married women.
Tons.
My thing about this is the following. What are you going to do when the husband decides, I don't want you to leave for 3 weeks?
Thank you.
You got responsibilities. We have a child. You're leaving me alone with the child. You're leaving.
No, men do it all the time. Men leave their family to go and work.
Oh, yes.
All the time.
Exactly. But remember, it's always, especially with the Latin community, it's different.
And even with the Asian community.
Yeah, but the Latinos, the macho Latino.
Macho. He's not there is no way in hell that a Latin man is going to allow his woman to go travel the world without him tagging along. Okay, because I have enough issues with my delegates with the boyfriend issue. It's the same exact thing if they were married. You're dealing with the exact same thing. You're dealing with egos. You're dealing with insecurity of a male. You're dealing, and if they're married, it's like, well, am I going along? Are they paying for my ticket? Am I, I wonder how they.
Who am I going to have sex with?
This all is demand.
Thank you.
Stuff. Yeah. Well, the security guard.
But and it's, are you going to bring the baby? If they have a young child, are you going to bring the baby? And who are you going to leave the baby with? Are you going to leave it with
well, it's
your
up to the
grandparents
organization
again?
to provide those kinds of services. If you're a traveling mother, and if they elect a mother who has a child, it's up to the organization to provide the resources to support their winner and to support their candidate. So it could look like, babysitting
They
services.
can't even get Miss Universe in a dress that she fits in.
But why are you risking liabilities by creating more issues, by adding more issues? I mean, that's why the ideal winner should be a single, unmarried, childless woman.
There's
Any
no
other
responsibility.
organization in the world is not allowed to discriminate the way that a pageant does.
This is not, well, discrimination is
This
good.
not
No,
this is
but
not a
everybody's
discrimination.
talking about-
Discrimination
This
is
a
We're talking
good
about a pageant
sometimes.
as
We
a
all
job,
discriminate. Every job discriminates. If
Yeah.
if you want to be a Wilhelmina top model, you cannot be under 5'5". Isn't that discrimination? Isn't that discrimination? Hello?
That's not
In the
true anymore,
workplace,
Rafa.
Yeah,
Agencies
well,
are
you know, maybe with some
taking
other
different
agents,
heights
maybe
and
with some
different
other models. But
bodies.
if I were to create, see, this is one thing that really bothers me in this, and you know, with the woke people. If I want to create my modeling agency and my pageant organization, I should have the right to establish my own rules. If I want my winner to be no shorter than 5'7" and to weigh below 120 pounds, why should you complain? Why should you sue me for discrimination? This is my company. I can do whatever I want. Okay. End of discussion. Why are people so bothered by me not being able to admit any woman, any contestant outside my own rules? Why don't you people understand that? Why? Where is my
Because
right?
their height,
have?
their body, and their marital status has
Well-
nothing to do with their ability to do the job, Rafa.
Right. But I want a specific image. I want a specific model to be able to sell my product. I don't want a fat
No
girl
other company
selling.
out there in the
I don't
world
want a
will be
fat
allowed
girl,
to
a
do
fat
this.
old girl selling my Corvette 2025 model.
Well, that's
the little red
discrimination, right?
Corvette. You have to associate the product with the model.
No,
I
that's-
cannot see a size plus model selling a sexy Corvette car, period. It's all about commodity. That's why a fat girl will never become big in Asia, because Asians prefer svelte, okay? Svelte, thin models with Asian sizes, not women who weigh 55 pounds. Sorry.
Does that mean we get her banner that says Mrs. Universe?
Who knows?
Then the banner needs to
That's
change.
another
All of this is theoretical. At the end of the day, the national directors are the gatekeepers.
Mhm.
The national directors will maybe not allow married women or trans women to get through onto the state or the national finals. Anyway, look, when it happens, whatever, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. All of this is theoretical. It's probably not going to happen. It's up to the national directors to make it happen.
It will happen, but it's
Now,
only a question.
Are
Yeah,
the national
I think-
directors in a
I
position
think
to
this
shape
is
the
going to
status
be
quo?
maybe
Not if
maybe
this
2
is
or 3
going to be
years.
the general stuff, the general attitude in the industry. I don't think it's going to happen.
I think it's not. I have the same idea. I think it's not going to be happen. I think this maybe is going to be like 2 or 3 years, and when they realize
Mhm.
everything, I'm sure that maybe Anne or her team or the new creative director, they're going to say, wait. We need to go back
To the original rules.
original concept of Miss Universe, because at least I understand what you say, Peter, and I respect your opinion, but I just want to watch when one Latina, like Noemi says, imagine next year a Latina with 2 kids and 1 husband, and the husband, let me tell you something, it's going to be a big chaos, We see this before with the boyfriends of some candidates. Imagine with a husband and 2 kids and a family and everybody.
It's even worse.
Is
Worse.
and I don't have any issue with married woman, with pregnant woman, with fat woman, because in Puerto Rico, we have a pageant for fat women, for gorditas, but
For shorties too.
for sure it's Miss Petite, and but my issue is, if Noemi wants to compete in Miss International Queen or Miss Tiffany or Miss Trans or Miss Fat or Miss Petite, she can't.
Because as
go to
as a
Thailand and
biological,
compete in
because
Miss International Queen.
as a
He
biological
can.
female, Noemi will be invading the space reserved
Yes.
specifically for trans women. Okay, but it's okay for a traditional female pageant to accept trans women. Okay, so it's double standard here, people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Pilot
You guys-
Chrissy, yeah, it's like why have a pageant if you're going to let everyone join? I agree with Rafa. Thank you, Pilot Chrissy.
Thank you.
They understand. They
If
understand.
it's like this, I want me, Hector Joaquin, I want to live my dream as a contestant in Miss Universe. Why not?
Mhm.
Why not?
Okay,
Why
you know
I
what?
can't
There's
enter right now to Miss Universe. I want to compete in Miss Universe.
fine.
That was my
fine.
fucking dream all my life to be in Miss Universe as a contestant. I can because I'm of course I am a man. But right now, why not? Why I don't have the right to compete in Miss Universe? Why not? Because everybody now can compete.
Because
Well,
it's
you-
all part of it's all part of the woke culture. Remember, the woke culture is now defining women as anyone. You could be a man and identify yourself as a woman. And if that's
Okay.
the case, then you can go ahead and compete in Miss Universe or in other traditional female pageants.
I
This
think we
is
all missed
why.
the age deadline.
What?
We all missed the age
I
limit.
think we all missed the age deadline.
No, but
Age limit.
I don't have any issue with that. Maybe they changed that, okay? Maybe they changed that, but
Now,
know,
that is something that I expected for them to change, the age.
The
I thought they were
30?
gonna raise the age to 30.
okay.
Well, isn't
Okay.
Supranational raised it to what, 32, I think, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah,
Supranational?
exactly.
Yeah.
Which I don't mind because there's a lot of women that at that age, they look still
Yeah.
fresh, they look good, they're much more mature.
They look better than the younger
Yeah,
ones.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Sometimes they look better than the younger girls. They already have they're done with their studies, they're professionals,
They're
they
established.
have their life
Yes.
established. They're able to do what they need to do to get the job done. You know, you don't have to babysit her because she's an adult. She's a woman. It's different. But again, you know, the whole marriage thing, when you have pageants that are geared towards married women, there's a reason why when they win, they don't do anything. They're local. They stay within the US. They don't do anything because they can't. They don't have the flexibility to move around as like a single person would be able to move around and travel and pick up their bags and leave and not have an issue. When you have a family, it's different. When you have children, it's different. You know,
Or
it complicates things.
Well, yeah,
Or
it's an obstacle to make a better job more effectively. So
Yeah.
yeah, those are obstacles.
or as organization, if imagine that a married woman won next year, you need to have a nice and a very organized organization to put this woman in the correct places. Imagine a woman, a Miss Universe with 2 kids. Maybe she can be a spokesperson for Johnson & Johnson, maybe for Gerber, maybe for Nenuco. You know, this is, you know,
Goya beans.
Goya, or maybe Walmart or TJ Maxx, you know, because on Marshalls, you know, I don't want to see that in a Miss Universe. I want to see a Miss Universe in a very beautiful Pantene ad and a very beautiful shoes ad, you know, all the glamour or the beautifulness, you know.
Pia is the spokesperson for Pantene.
Yes, but Pia is Pia. Pia is Pia and the others, you know. It's Pia
Okay,
Wurtzbach.
guys, I turned 50 in a couple days.
Woohoo!
What?
Stop.
Yeah,
No.
milestone. Bravo.
Yes.
Do I look 50?
No, you don't.
No,
No.
you
Do
don't.
you know where
You
Look
look
this
at
like
is heading?
you look like 28.
That's what I want.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look better than Mrs.
If
Spain.
you darken your beard, maybe you look much younger.
I'm gonna shave it off.
Yeah.
No.
Well,
Yeah.
you guys, it is past my bedtime, and I love all of you.
Thank you.
We'll do it again after the pageant.
Gaspar,
Hector, you
let me
did
say
not follow
something.
me back.
Gaspar, let me say something. I just want to say to you, thank you for everything you've done to me, for everything, for all your comments, your friendship, for everything along all this year. Honestly, I admire you, I respect you, I follow you, everything, and I'm very happy that for all this year, I meet you and I have this relationship with you.
He's buttering you up.
You did not follow me back on Instagram.
Oh God! Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Bolita.
You were the only one.
Comment from Dorothy. I want to join a pageant where all women are as gorgeous as Noemi.
Oh,
How
Yes.
sweet of you. How
Wow.
sweet of you.
Very sweet.
Noemi
Rita.
was the beauty queen. She was
This
the
is-
beauty queen.
Rita, Rafa is an example of a bad CEO. There's what you call social responsibility. Be sensitive. Thank you, Rita.
Wow.
I'm
My
tired
company, my
of the
choice, right, Rafa?
sensibility. Come on.
Wow.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. because it's
Gaspar,
getting
I
late
know
for
you
some
have to
people.
go, but you and I need to talk. I've got a question for you. It's in regards to a lady that you had worked with back in the past, but we'll do it at some other point when you're awake. So give me
Oh,
a
by the
buzz.
way,
You
when
know,
we hang up, text me.
Okay.
Message me
Okay.
on Instagram.
All
Okay.
right. Done.
Bye, guys. Love you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, so thank you all the viewers for tonight's group discussion. We had a wonderful time. What a great evening. Enjoy the Miss Universe 2020.
Who is going to be the winner?
January 14th, starting, I believe, at 6 o'clock New Orleans time, and it's going to be shown on Roku channel or whatever smartphone device that you have available. The show is going to be. Thank you so much for joining us, this group. No matter how hateful some of your comments are,
We
it's
love you no
okay.
matter what.
We love you.
We love you.
It's great to live in a free
We
society.
love
We're
this
able
type
to
of comment.
express
I
our
love
different
it.
opinions and whatnot. I'm sure even though we hate each other on the internet, we will going to love each other in person. So dynamics are going
Well,
to
maybe.
See you in New Orleans.
The winner
May
is
your
going to
best
be
girl
the
win.
winner is going to be Miss Tuvalu.
Wow.
Miss Tuvalu.
No, Miss Vatican City. Okay.
Miss
Whoa,
Vatican
no. She dropped the pageant.
She dropped out of the pageant.
She dropped
Yeah,
out.
She
because
got
Benedict-
pregnant, right?
The Paul Benedict died.
All right. Well, unfortunately, George from Pageant Empress was not able to join us tonight, and as well as Enrique. So hopefully next time they'll be able to join us. So thank you, Gaspar. Thank you, Peter.
Goodbye,
darling.
everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Hector. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful.
Thank you, Noemi. Thank you, Peter.
Bye.
Rafa.